Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I'm saying hello partially to say hello, partially to see where my mic levels are in my streaming app, because I'm realizing I haven't really tested this with the new microphone. So, hello, everyone. Good to see y'all. So many people. Holy crap. How I love this game, but whatever happened to Crimson Tactics? Time happened to Crimson Tactics. Man, just like time happened to Tactics Ogre that I was planning to have done before Unicorn Overlord came out, and then they dropped a demo with just so much stuff to cover. Crimson Tactics and Tactics Ogre will both be finished, but got to do what's relevant. And also, I'm really excited. Good evening, Tom, otherwise known as Titanium Legman. Well, good evening to you as well, Caffeine. Yo, Dre, hello, hello. Bit low to you? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing too, but I don't know that I can turn it up much more. Hold on. Might be able to adjust it. It has its own separate app. So, oh, here, I can turn the gain up here. Okay. Ooh, oh, that might be too much. Eeh. All right, let me know how that is. Let me know how that is. I've turned it up all the way in OBS and also in the dedicated app and also on the mic itself. A little low. That's better. That's louder. Okay. Is it too loud? I'm speaking at my normal volume currently. Gotta wait until after work before picking up my copy. Yeah, I've got my digital copy coming at midnight. So we will be doing that. My collector's edition should be here on the 11th. So, hi, Papaya. Hello, hello. Remember, Aiden is April 28th. Yes, yes. Perfect. Okay. So obviously a lot to talk about with the impending release of Unicorn Overlord, the rampant growth on the channel recently. But something I already saw people talking about a little bit in chat, and my apologies if I'm the one that you hear this from, but it's something that Jane and I have been talking about. Jane is actually here on the couch right now, even though she should be asleep. Say hello, Jane. Speak up.
Hi.
There you go. This mic is very good at canceling out anything that isn't directly in front of it, so projecting is important. Jane is here because she and I have been talking about the extremely unfortunate news that broke about 45 minutes ago. If you didn't know, Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball, Dr. Slump, Sandland, one of the primary driving forces behind Dragon Quest, passed away March 1st due to subdermal hematoma, right? Which, as Jane explained to me, seeing as how she's medical, basically means he took a blow to the head. Obviously, completely out of the blue for everyone and anyone. He was only 68 years old. And just the cultural influence of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z alone makes it an incredible loss for everyone. I would honestly be surprised if there was anyone in this chat tonight who didn't know at least one of Toriyama's works if they didn't know of the man himself. So, yeah, incredibly sad news. Just another of one of the greats who has, in my opinion, left before their time. So, yeah, just wanted to bring that up. Wanted to mention it, seeing as how just prior to the stream, Jane and I were talking about it. We're both very, very sad about it. You know, Jane even more than I grew up with Dragon Ball Z, and it was definitely something that everyone our age talked about. We played all the Budokai games. People would talk about who could win in power level fights and everything, but Jane even more so. Dragon Ball was a huge part of her childhood. Toriyama's influence was a huge part of her childhood, so it's hitting her pretty hard, and it's hitting everyone pretty hard. So just wanted to acknowledge that. Mr. Toriyama will be missed, obviously, and it's going to make upcoming releases like the open world Sandland game, which has always looked really cool, the recently announced new Budokai game coming out, which is awesome, very, very bittersweet. So, I hope, if nothing else, we can celebrate his legacy by playing those games and checking out what else he has going on. The message that was put out by his team noted that he had several things in the works that were not completed at the time of his passing, so hopefully those things can be completed. We'll see. Also just seems like a good person from everything I know. Rest in peace. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Just one of those individuals that had an incredible influence on not just the world of anime and manga and everything, but the world in general. And I would say not just because of his creative talent, his creative efforts, but just because of the type of person it seemed like he was. Obviously, I did not know him, but from everything I've ever heard, from everything I've ever seen, from everything I've ever seen anybody say, incredibly impactful figure in the scene. Thought it was a bad joke by someone when I first saw it. Was sad to find out it was real. Yeah. I first found out about it because I hopped on Twitter and I actually saw our very own Canadian animator guy tweeting about it. I was obviously extremely taken aback. Extremely so. Ever watched Dragon Ball? Please don't. No, listen. People have stuff that they watch. Not a sin. Nothing wrong with that. Everyone enjoys what they enjoy and are exposed to what they're exposed to. Although it is very fun. If you ever decided that you at least wanted to take a look due to a passing interest, I think you might enjoy it because it is just a very good time. But yeah, so just wanted to acknowledge that at the top, seeing as how that is absolutely massive news. We'll have to see as some of these projects that he was working on wrap up, what they say about it and everything. It'd be very nice to see some nice tributes to him. So rest in peace. Absolutely. That said, not to put something aside, but we are here tonight to do a little bit of a supporter-sponsored Q&A, as well as celebrate the launch of Unicorn Overlord. That will be out in my time in about 52 minutes. So we're going to be hanging out till then. We're going to be doing some Q&A stuff, hanging out, chatting, all that type of fun nonsense. And then once the game drops at midnight, the plan is to stream for about 3 hours, go to about my time, 3 a.m., and then I'm going to rest because I was up for work at 6 in the morning today. And then I have the next 5 days off. So we're going to be doing a lot of streaming. We're going to be doing a lot of videos. We're going to be doing a lot of everything. It's going to be a lot going on here around the channel. I'm very much looking forward to it. But I'm going to be resting up, making some good breakfast in the morning, maybe getting a good workout in, and then we will continue streaming from there after I maybe do a video. We shall see. It's going to be like the release of Tactics Ogre Reborn all over again, except this time I've only got 5 days instead of the interminable amount of time that I have no idea when it's going to end of free time to do what I so choose, like it was back when Reborn first came out. 157 people. Seems like a great turnout. Indeed, indeed. Considering it's late on a weeknight, I can only imagine how things are going to progress over the weekend. What does online entail? I'm curious. We don't know much. From what I've seen from people in my Discord, it seems like there's an online and offline mode where you maybe do matches with individually matched up squads or units, and then the winner takes home resources that they can use in a Coliseum shop that has a bunch of really high-powered gear, which sounds pretty cool. We'll have to see exactly what that entails. We'll have to see if it's something you need PS Plus for, since I'm playing on PS5. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. We'll be here for the full 3 hours. Woke up way too early. Oh, I hear you. I hear you. Believe me. I've got coffee that is actually brewed now, so I'm going to have to grab that before we start playing the game to help keep myself awake. Got my energy drinks ready to play and then call off work for a sick day. There you go, Predator. Nice. Don't overwork yourself. I won't. If we're just doing this, I can absolutely manage that. When I start to get burnt out is when I'm working full-time at my normal IRL job and then also working full-time on YouTube stuff. That's when I start to get a little beat. But Nah, just doing some streaming and some videos and everything, I should be A-okay. Don't expect to catch streams of this, though, because spoilers. Totally fair. Yeah. Let me just be very upfront about that. If y'all want to bounce because you're playing the game for yourself, you don't want to see anything spoilery, whatever, I completely understand. All right? I completely get it. The benefit of me streaming is that typically I wind up going slower than people who are just playing the game for themselves, so it shouldn't take too long for y'all to get ahead of me and be able to then watch the stream, see my reactions to stuff, whatever. Of course, the beginning of this, we are starting a fresh save, so we'll just be going through from stuff that we've seen before. If you watched me play the demo, we're going to let cutscenes play, character dialogue play out, because anyone who didn't see from the beginning before, I want to be able to have a good experience now. But, yeah, there's going to be a good bit of stuff that we go through that I have seen before, that a lot of y'all have seen before, so you can at least rest easy in that regard. So glad this fell within my 2 weeks off so I can at least catch the launch. Hell yeah, caffeine. Hell yeah. Also have a fresh press full of coffee. Nice. I just have a typical coffee maker, but at least I ground it myself. Imagine drinking coffee. Can't be me. I'm on mobile under a blanket. Releases at midnight. Yes, Ramos. From everything that I've seen, it should release midnight regionally. So whatever midnight is for you is when it should release. For example, like Australia and certain other parts of the world have had access for the last 4 or 5 hours. So information has been coming out even ahead of like, well, not ahead of, but even considering like leaked copies and everything, people have been getting info out there. But I'm East Coast US, so it is now going to be midnight for me in about 48 minutes. Saw the interview where the CEO said they ran out of money during the development, so I hope this game does amazing. Yes, I have heard about that. Apparently that happened with 13 Sentinels as well, and 13 Sentinels was phenomenal, so I'm not too worried. Pacific has to wait 3 more hours. That's what I understand, yeah. Thought it was US-wide once it hit midnight EST. Oh. I mean, maybe. I thought it was time zone based, but yeah, maybe. Pre-ordered the collector's edition online from GameStop, but my game doesn't arrive until Monday, even though it only takes me 10 minutes to drive to GameStop. Yep, that's where I'm at, Heretic. That's where I'm at. My girlfriend Jane got the collector's edition for me for my birthday, and it won't be here till Monday, so. Okay. Let's get this party started, shall we? Let me get our Q&A questions pulled up here. We'll be pulling all of these from the supporters soiree channel in my Discord, as that's the only place that I had the time and the forethought to ask for Q&A questions for this month. My apologies. It's been absolutely crazy with how much Unicorn Overlord has been popping off, especially with the demo. But I have this here. Let me see if I can make it so that I can see both the questions and the chat simultaneously. Here we go. That'll work. Nope, don't do that. Okay, there we go. And then let me get the PS5 pulled up here so you can see the timer ticking down with me. I should be able to see it right here. Playable in 45 minutes. Okay, there we go. Cool. So, we're going to do this, this, and this. Now if I look... Yes, cool. So you can see the timer. 45 minutes. Boom. Get the coffee and potatoes ready. I don't know what Coffee Potato's up to right now. He might be doing DoorDash. Right now. Don't sleep on the rapport system. Test it in the demo, especially with the people who have close bonds with other people. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it definitely seems good. All right. So... let me grab my water and my coffee, and then we're going to get this Q&A thing on the road. Hanging in there, darling.
Okay.
Sad, I know.
Sad.
I hear you.
Sad.
Indeed. Well, if you feel like chatting at any point, me and the chat are here. You're very welcome. All right. Here in Mountain Time, US, it also says 45 minutes until I can play. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So it's just 45-ish minutes for US as a whole. Hell yeah. Alrighty. So, if you didn't know, the plan is for the next 40 or so minutes, we're going to be covering the supporter-sponsored Q&A for February 2024. If you're new around here, basically what happens is every month, at the end of the month, or around the end of the month, I ask for questions from the channel supporters, people in my YouTube members and my Patreon, to ask questions, just general Q&A stuff about me, about the channel, about my interests, about Jane, things that she's comfortable having me answer, whatever. That's not really happened too often, but there's been a couple of times. It's happened a couple of times. And then we come on stream and we answer those questions, have a little bit of discussion with y'all. It's a fun time. It's a nice little perk for the supporters out there. And even if you aren't a supporter directly, at least via direct monetary ways, you're a supporter if you're here anyway, but you get to hang out and revel in that discussion as well. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. A little bit delayed, but again, because of Unicorn Overlord, I didn't have much of a choice because, dear God, where did the time go? I can't believe we are already here, just minutes away from the release. Oh, this is a crazy way to learn Toriyama died. Yeah, again, I'm my apologies if you learned it from me. Jane and I needed to talk about it. She should be in bed, but she wanted to get up and hang out here with me and you guys and just kind of decompress after learning about that right before bed. So my apologies. Big reminder to keep spoilers out of chat. If Tom hasn't gotten to it, don't talk about it. Yes, very much so. Thank you, Caffeine. All of the channel mods will be ready with the banhammer and the bats and the mallets that give
These
people
are
the
beaten,
bonk.
broken
They
souls.
decide that they want to be dropping
And yet our
spoilers.
fortunes
So you
ride
can see
with
where
them.
we're at on screen. Keep it to what you can see on screen. If you have seen past it, then you damn well better know what it is that I've seen. Behave yourselves. How do I see that timer? I just tried to open the game on PS5. Also, Jane, we love you, says Caffeine.
You guys too.
I'm not sure what you can hear from her on the couch with the new mic, so she said that she loves you guys too. Oh, hello, Hero. Hello. How will Patreon soldiers work? Since I'll be going full story characters in my playthrough, I might have to sub and make a generic in yours. So basically how it's going to work, Grim, I have a Word doc of everyone's characters. We're going to add as many as we can tonight, and then over the next however many streams, we'll try and get everyone in. If you have a character because you are subbed at the appropriate Patreon level, then you are guaranteed a slot in the campaign. From what I understand, we can have a maximum of 60 generic recruits. I believe that's what I've been hearing. I've not tested this myself, obviously. In that case, that means we can have a total of 60 Patreon supporters. We're nowhere near that number. We're at like 29 total. So if you want to join up, you're guaranteed to get in. And if that means I've got to sub out like unique story characters to get y'all in, so be it. Totally fine. I'm 100% okay with that. I love having people's characters in. It makes for more interesting stories. It makes for a more fun time in general. So yeah, once you sub, this is for anyone. If you sub to my Patreon at the $10 or higher tier, then you can dictate whatever you want the character to be, the name, color scheme, class, what have you. And as soon as I'm able to recruit said class, I will get you in there and you'll become part of the squad. Obviously, certain things like limited squad sizes and stuff like that will be a limiting factor at the start, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem once we get past like the very early game. If I want to be bonked, though, I mean, listen. No matter how much you want it or do not want it, if it becomes warranted, the mods will bonk. Also sitting here waiting for my game to unlock, hoping Nintendo doesn't make me wait till tomorrow for some reason. They shouldn't. From everything I've been seeing, the Switch version should unlock at the same time. So, how long is the game? I heard 40 hours if you absolutely rush through everything. There's one fine individual in my Discord who had a review copy who was talking with people today, and they said that to get their review out, they had to absolutely rush, and it still took them 40 hours. So if you're taking your time, appreciating the game for what it is, I would imagine closer to 60, 70 hours. Wouldn't know what to pick yet. I mean, you have plenty of time, my friend. Okay, so question time, though. We've got 38 minutes. Let's get to it. So, the very first question in the Discord, courtesy of our very own Canadian, otherwise known as Canadian Animator Guy, who is with us in chat right now. He says, my question, what do you want to go see in Japan? And I may as well open this one up to Jane as well, since she is here with us. If you didn't know, Jane and I are going to be going to Japan in the latter half of the year, the first time either of us are going to be there. It's going to be a spectacular time, and we have to do a lot of planning yet, but I'll let you start. What do you most want to see in Japan, Jane?
Oh my god.
You might have to come closer so that chat can hear you. Well, while Jane is thinking, Takia says, how do I join the Discord? There should be a link in the description of this stream. If not, the mods should be able to grab an invite link for you, but it should be in the description, I believe. Can you use a specific generic character through the entire game? Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yep. Once you recruit someone, they're with you unless you dismiss them, and you can have them with you from start to finish if you want. This is great that Jane is here to answer, too. Oh, I agree. Absolutely. Get your reservations for stuff ahead of time in Japan. Yes. We actually have a bunch of notes. There was a panel at MagFest where a travel agent who does a lot of booking for travel in Japan was there doing a panel about exactly that. And Jan and I took copious notes and asked him a bunch of questions afterwards, and one of those was booking ahead of time. So thank you for the heads up, but we are aware.
Okay, so
Here, lean in.
So I want to see many things. First, I want to see my feet on the ground.
You don't like flying.
I don't like flying
at all.
So I'm going to see my feet on the ground after a 14-hour flight, and then I want to definitely go to a hot spring. I don't know which one yet. Just a good one. I want to be able to have a good Japanese traditional breakfast in a ryokan, and then I also want to see Akihabara and maybe some cosplay shops, and well, let's see. I want to go to the town that Higurashi was based on, and yeah, lots of stuff. So, what about you, Tom?
Well, first of all, I want to say, y'all, I need to give you the mental image of how adorable this was, because the entire time Jane was saying this, she was bouncing. She's standing here, crouching towards my mic, and she was just bouncing the entire time in abject excitement. So it was extremely adorable. Like Fatel says, very cute. Absolutely very cute. For me, I mean, this is something I've talked about before, but outside of the quote-unquote stereotypical answers of the things you would expect, like Akihabara, whatever, the various Gundam statues, the Pokemon Center, it's more of an experience and see thing, but I really want to try and take one of the last night trains. This is something that I learned about through the Abroad in Japan channel. I'm sure a lot of you know about him and his content and everything. It's something he talked about. And I love trains. I find them very interesting. I find them very fascinating. And it sounds like such an enjoyable experience to just take an overnight or even a couple of night journey across the Japan countryside on a train with full amenities, and to be able to stop, see different sights, travel across the countryside, watch it pass by in the night while you slowly get rocked to sleep. It sounds like such a magical experience. So I want to see that, and I really just want to see the Japanese countryside in general. Yeah, I'm a country boy. I grew up in the Pennsylvania countryside all my life, and I'm very accustomed to a lot of quiet, the sounds of nature, just water running, and maybe vague noises of animals in the distance. insects chirping and buzzing. That is where I'm at my most comfortable. So I want to see what that's like on the other side of the world, essentially, because it's always looked incredibly comfortable, beautiful, cozy, dare I say.
Oh, the bamboo forest. I want to see that too. Sorry.
Was I done?
No.
Yet. This is how cute and excited she is. It's okay. Yeah, so those are the two things I really want to see the most outside of the norm. You know, I want to see all the nerdy stuff. I want to see all the otaku stuff. Like, I'm a huge gamer. Obviously, there's all sorts of stuff that I want to see, as well as just general, like, Japan tourism things. But the night train and the countryside writ large are my two specific things. So, thank you for the question, Canadian. Very much appreciated. YouTube still has issues with streaming, so be careful around. Oh, interesting. People having like their streams cut short. We've had that happen before, but it's usually on the OBS end. So I'll keep that in mind, though. And thank you for joining in the answering process on that one, Jane. That was very nice. Sounds like it'll be fun, though. I hope you all have fun. Oh, I'm sure we will. I am absolutely sure we will. Brian Davies saying, my roommate was a travel agent specializing in Japan/Korea. Hot springs are great. Do a Ryokan for a few days, but I wouldn't do the whole trip in one. No. Definitely not. We'll definitely be traveling around Airbnbs, hotels, Ryokans, all that type of stuff. Be adventurous with food. Fun fact, Tokyo has the most Michelin star restaurants in the world. Yeah, that's actually the guy that we were at the panel in. He was talking about that. It's going to be a challenge for me in particular because I'm not a huge seafood guy. And I know that Jane is going to bully me into trying a bunch of stuff that I don't want to try.
Yes.
So it's definitely going to be interesting, but there's a ton of stuff that I'm extremely excited for in terms of Japanese cuisine. So it's going to be good regardless. Akita has a nice countryside. Okay, gotcha. Shout out to Pennsylvania. Yeah, we got a lot of Pennsylvania bros around here, which is pretty dope. There's like at least 5 of us, which is pretty considerable considering the generally worldwide audience that we have. What am I playing the game on? PS5. Let's see. Vintage game shops. Oh, yeah. Again, gaming stuff I'm going to be all over, for sure. Can I change my time zone to play early? I think you have to spoof your time zone a lot more to do that. I don't think you can just change it on, like, your system, but it is technically feasible, I think. Seaver What says, just wanted to say hi and thanks. You've been my go-to YouTuber covering this game. You have a great voice for videos, too. Hope you enjoy the game as much as I plan to. Well, first of all, thank you, Seaver. Holy crap, that's extremely high praise. Thank you so much. Wow. Again, my radio days coming back to serve me well, I would imagine. And yes, I absolutely imagine that I'm going to be loving this game just as much as everyone else, for sure. Okay. So, thank you very much for the question, Canadia. Moving on to Faytail, who is also in chat right now. What is a skill you've always wanted to learn? And this is an interesting one. Also, as a general heads up, I tend to read everyone's questions ahead of time so I can prep answers. Haven't had time for that this month in any way, shape, or form. Has just not been feasible. So I'm getting hit with these questions live reaction. So apologies if I have to kind of think for a second. But in terms of a skill I've always wanted to learn, a lot of the things that I've been interested in over the course of my life, I've begun to do. Things like cooking, archery, recording, like broadcast, editing, like video editing, all that type of stuff, are all things that I've actually begun to do over the years, gotten fairly decent at, I would say. But I guess one thing that's a little bit more of a general skill is just the art of cosplay. This is something that long before I ever knew Jane, I wanted to do cosplays. My first ever cosplay that I was talking about, God, I had to have been like at most 15, maybe 16. Oh, God, sorry. Big yawn. Haven't had any of the coffee yet. My apologies. Was Walt, or Wolt, from Final Fantasy VI, the Archer. Or not Final Fantasy, Fire Emblem 6. Just because it looked like something that I could pull off with my entirely too limited skill set. Never did. But Jane and I have done a bunch of cosplay since then, but it has largely been her as the driving force behind that. There's been some things that I've done. When we did Venom, Snake, and Quiet from Metal Gear Solid 5, I hand painted all of the stripes on my fatigues, which took so much time, as well as finding a lot of my other stuff like my parachute straps, my boots, whatnot. And I've begun to learn wig making a little bit. There was a period of time where I was helping Jane out with her wig commission business that she does on and off. And like I was learning to crimp, I was learning to crimping and like the plucking of hairs. I can't remember what that's called off the top of my head.
Oh, you were just plucking hairs off of the lace front, so like ventilated hairs. You're just plucking the hairline to make it look more natural.
Right, so plucking the hairline, things like that. I was starting to learn how to do, but just in general, I want to know more about the art and the craft of cosplay and how to do stuff. Like, makeup things in general, nothing. Cosplay makeup in particular, no knowledge whatsoever. No knowledge about sewing or like making armor, 3D printing accessories, anything like that. Like, anything that I can apply to the art of cosplay is just general craftiness knowledge. Like, yeah, I was pretty good at painting my fatigues, or I've been able to figure out how to make certain props, like when I needed to make a silencer for our guns from, again, we were doing Snake and Quiet. Like, I knew to take a Dremel and basically carve out a hole in like a foam tube to make a silencer. Just like general handyman knowledge stuff that I know from my dad from fixing stuff up around the house. But anything in particular, not my scene, not my forte. And I would like to know more about that type of stuff because I do enjoy cosplay. I enjoy it a lot. And I've always felt bad when Jane has been the primary driving force and does the majority of the labor for our cosplays. So the more that I can learn, the more that I can do to help with that, and also to get my own enjoyment from it, the happier I'll be. So I think that's my answer for you, Fatal. Thank you for the question. Very good question. Coffee time? Yes. Let me take a big gulp of coffee here. Oh, move the PS5 joystick? There you go. It was still showing on my end, actually. Nothing changed. It's just grayed out because I think it's primarily showing the timer. Would firearms go what I want? Bonus question. Soul. Easy. Being able to heal up by beating people? Yeah. Healing is huge. Self-healing even more so. Thank you very much. All the power to speak to everyone all at once would whisper, "You are correct to worship me. I am real." Then sit back and watch the chaos. That right there, that's like some Kira Death Note shit right there. And I am absolutely here for it, 6in. Hell yeah. Do you think a sequel for this will come out in the next few years? It depends entirely on how it does. I don't think Vanillaware is typically known for doing sequels, and seeing as how this game took 10 years to come out, that'd be a bit of a turnaround. But, I mean, it in a lot of ways seems like it might be gearing up to be one of the most successful titles Vanillaware has ever made. So, if there's any game that could potentially get a sequel, it might be this one. Using handyman experience to make a silencer is a concerning thought out of context. Okay, but like a foam dowel with a hole carved halfway into it to look like a silencer is a very different concept than using general handyman knowledge to MacGyver together a real functioning silencer. Two very different areas of expertise. Oh, boy. Okay. Whew. Okay. Thank you for the question, Fatal. I keep getting distracted by chat. Moving on, we have from Caffeine System, one of our other mods around here. If you could get a video game made based on another form of media, what would you choose, and what would that project look like? Sabriel. I mean, that's it. Sabriel And it would have to be, I want to say turn-based RPG, not because it's my favorite type of game, but because I think it would best suit the whole, like, casting systems and necromancy and all that type of stuff. Actually, here's what it would be. All right, you ready for this? Here's my hot pitch to Garth Nix down there in Australia, who's definitely going to see this.
Beaten, broken souls.
When the inevitable
And yet our fortunes fly with
Sabriel
them.
video game is announced, here's what they have to do. Typical gameplay loop when you're playing as Sabriel in the overworld, we'll call it, the real world, the kingdom, is a sort of Dragon Quest, Baldur's Gate 3 turn-based RPG. Okay? Maybe you have an action point economy. Maybe it's real time with pause, like Dragon Age. That type of thing. You can figure out what spells you're going to cast, if you're going to go with a spell or a sword strike, charter magic, free magic, if you're going to try and use your bells, whatever. But then, if for whatever reason you need to go into death, if you need to take that just perilous step into the river, then it becomes a Souls-like. Real time, you have to do everything in reaction to whatever it is that's happening around you, how to navigate the waters, whatever dead things may lurk within them. They'd be short segments to achieve whatever goal it is you're trying to achieve, whether you're trying to exorcise or sever the connection of some dead thing that has a connection to the real world, or you're trying to pass through a particular gate to find something or travel or do something. I think that would be absolutely dope. I think that would just be the dopest shit. So that is my pitch. If I could get a video game made based on another form of media right there, that would be it. For those of you who don't know, Sabriel is my favorite book of all time. It is the first book in a series of my favorite book series of all time by Australian author Garth Nix, with the single most interesting to me interpretation of the way that necromancy works in any media property I have ever seen. I cannot recommend it enough. It is a phenomenal read. Everyone I know who I've ever convinced to read it has loved it. It's incredible, and it has, not quite single-handedly, but it has a very heavy majority influence on my interests in terms of media. So, yeah, that is my answer. And I knew you knew it, Caffeine. I knew you knew that that's what was going to happen there, but I had to. New viewer since Unicorn Overlord demo. Well, hello. Good to see you. Rockrurug, right? I believe. Rackrurug, maybe? Welcome. Good to have you. What the heck? Didn't expect that kind of alert would pop up. What alert is that? Oh, 2 minutes ago. As well as, 20 minutes ago. Okay. So thank you to Minghan Jonathan Chan and King Semi, who have both subscribed within the last 20 minutes. Oh, and Jovi13 subscribed as well. Yes, I have a lot of Darkest Dungeon alerts around here. I plan to farm some alerts from this stream, hopefully, and convert some stuff over to Unicorn Overlord for while we are streaming it. But Darkest Dungeon just generally fits the vibe of the channel. So those are the alerts that I default to when I don't have anything else set up in particular. Turn-based RPG casuals who are scared of Souls-likes would die. It's me. I'm casuals. I'm definitely probably maybe a little bit biased, seeing as how those are like my two favorite types of games to play nowadays, but may or may not have spent 20 hours on the Unicorn Overlord demo. I feel like I've probably spent even more than that, Okazuma. Like, almost certainly, actually, seeing as I've got 3 runs under my belt, so I feel I have to get Tim Curry to voice Mogget. His Mogget voice in the audiobook was incredible. Oh, I need to hear that. I've never listened to the audiobook, but that sounds phenomenal. Very, very nice. Oh, God, the coffee needs to kick in. Okay, moving on. Thank you very much, Caffeine System, for the question. Moving on to Coda. Don't remember this one being answered unless I missed it somewhere. Unless it hasn't putting this one here again. Supporter soiree, clicking. My question is also food adjacent. A question of platonic ideals and ideas. Oh God, I missed this from the last Q&A. My apologies, Coda, if you wind up seeing this VOD. I know you're not around tonight. A question of platonic ideals and ideas. A peanut butter and jelly sandwich, quote unquote. I want you to picture this as clearly in your mind as possible before continuing. Now, what does the idea of such a sandwich look like to you, with as many or as few details as you wish? Example, type of jelly, type of bread, does the idea of a sandwich come with its own plate, etc.? Yeah, I mean, immediately this is conjured to mind, partially because I had a PB&J sandwich for breakfast today. So I'm imagining 2 slices of farmhouse white bread, large slices, and some creamy, natural Skippy peanut butter, as well as Smucker's grape jelly on an orange terracotta plate. Boom. That is instantly what comes to mind. Specifically the brand Fiestaware, because that's what like all of my plateware is, courtesy of my mom. And that is 100% what a PB&J looks like to me. What about you guys? I know we've got some strawberry heathens in chat.
They're correct.
Yeah, no, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Nah, it's a real shame, but it's my stream. Grape jelly is the only way to be. Not jam either. Jelly. Rug is how it's said. Okay, got it. Got it. Thank you. If I was to be a character in UO, what class would I be? Ooh, good question. Good question. As much as I do have physical strength, I'm more of a backline type of person, like healing, strategizing, that type of deal. So maybe a ranger. I am an archer. I am certified in archery, so that'd be good. Or maybe something like a cleric. Cleric would also be good. I do like to support and heal, so probably one of those two. I feel like we did get into a discussion about this before. Oh, did we? Did we? Who uses strawberry for their PB&J with a bunch of sick faces from Brittany? I know, right? Star saying, I have way too much on my plate for the next week or so. I got work tomorrow, court date for a speeding ticket on Saturday, a storytelling meeting for Sunday morning. Jeez. Yeah, a little bit of a packed schedule. Holy smokes. But you have to. You need your sleep. You need your sleep. You need rest so you can work successfully. Chat, tell Jane to go to sleep. All 164 of you in chat right now. Tell Jane specifically to go to sleep. You don't need to know who Jane is. You don't need to know the lore or the background story. You just need you to tell Jane to go to sleep. You know, if you need to bring some Samuel L. Jackson into it, go the fuck to sleep! Yep, there it goes. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh god. Cast sleep gas, says Trey. Rebel fight against the man, never sleep. She sounds too excited. Yeah, Jane, you need your sleep exactly. You're an adult Jane, sleep when you want. Oh god, no, we're getting mixed messages. Azure Knight saying, Jane, you need sleep, otherwise I'm going to grab a random Jigglypuff and see what happens. Jigglypuff, Jigglypuff. With a little marker microphone. Jane, do what the owl people want you to do. Blow out the lantern and go to sleep. Hey, there we go. There you go. That's a deep cut. We will be getting back to Echoes of the Eye. Don't you worry. Again, the Unicorn Overlord demo coming out kind of threw a wrench in literally all of my plans, but we will be getting back to that. Jane has not escaped. Well, now I'm never sleeping again, thanks. You're very welcome. I might be known for a lot of things, including the timbre of my voice when I'm recording. That does not extend to my singing voice, so I'm glad you all know that now. Too sad, yeah. I mean, that's fair. I mean, you can try and crash out here, but we're going to be streaming until 3 a.m., so I don't know if that'll be very conducive to your sleep. All right, fair enough. Hey, Mikhail, what's up? What's up? Jane, we've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Moving on. We've got 14 minutes left. We got to get through the rest of these questions. There's a fair number of them because we've got a bunch of new supporters. So, Navi says, I have questions this time. You won't make me have anxiety this month, Tom. Questions, right. We have a three-parter, but you know what? It's been a little while since Navi had some good questions, so I'll let it slide. 1. What's a video or project you've worked on that didn't perform as well as you expected, and what did you learn from that experience? Oh, boy. That's actually a really good question, and I've got a few of them. I guess a few of my Let's Play series that I really expected would be more well received than they were, as well as one other one we'll talk about in a second. But yeah, just a few of my Let's Play series in general that I knew were popular and based off of the performance of past Let's Play series, which at the time, like, you know, we're talking 800 views an episode, which at the time was great for me. The channel was way smaller. I thought would do way better, and then just tanked, got like 15 views an episode. And I began to learn that that was partially because the Let's Play is just kind of dead. The episodic Let's Play on YouTube, because the algorithm has been crushed. So it was a very valuable learning experience for me. Even something like Final Fantasy VI. God, shake off the yawns. Shake off the yawns. All right, come on. We got work to do. I expected the Final Fantasy VI Let's Play to go over way better than it did. So it's a little bit of a shame that it kind of dwindled off, and then I just wound up streaming the rest of it, which was fun. But it just tells me that the episodic Let's Play is not doing well right now, and that was a very good thing to learn. The other thing was the lore primer that Jane and I collaborated on for Final Fantasy 16. I really expected that video to go over far better than it did. And the general consensus from the community seems to be that we just didn't get it out early enough because the information we had was largely based on the demo. But like, we put a lot of work into putting together different disparate connections, combing through the in-game archives, taking screenshots of everything. Like, I printed out full, like, God, that had to have been, what, like 10 pages of notes, Jane? That we then, like, cut out and stitched together on my desk like it was a detective board with red string. We both did narration on it. A ton of editing went into it. It was really, really good project, and no one watched it. And it was really, really disappointing. And like, I don't know that there really was a lesson that I took away from that other than just try to get stuff out earlier, faster. That's really the only thing I could think of to try and change, to have a video like that be more positively received and get more traction. Because the video itself was great. I stand by that. That was a really good video. We both did a really good job on it, but it just wasn't shown to anyone and no one watched it, which was a little bit of a shame. Obviously, I say no one. That's a hyperbole. Like, there are people who watched it. There's, like, hundreds of views on it, but nowhere near the traction that I expected it to get. They got my collector's edition yet? Not yet. The 11th. It should be here. Jane finally falling asleep gets awoken because you missed every attack on the boss. Yep, it's happened before. And that's even without her sleeping on the couch. That's with her sleeping in the bedroom, which is on the other side of the apartment, and I wake her up, so... have I played Rebirth yet? I have not, no. I will be playing Rebirth on stream. But again, with this coming out when it is, it just was not... There was just no way, man. With how huge Rebirth is, there was no way. I'd rather just start it once we're in a little bit of a lull with Unicorn Overlord and just be able to play it and enjoy it. Goodbye, says Jane. Have a good night, darling. It has been a pleasure having you out here with us. I hope you were able to sleep. So, you know, put something on the telly, distract yourself. Okay? I love you. Come here. Come here, you're so sad. had to give Jan a big old hug because she just looked so sad. Or video never came up for me. Yeah, well, exactly. It's just people, they just didn't get picked up by the algorithm. People didn't watch it, and people weren't notified about it. Yeah, it's back there on the channel. Really enjoyed those personally. It's a shame they didn't do well. Yeah, me too. Me too. I really enjoyed it. Not ready to sleep. Yeah, I hear you on that. Definitely playing this when I get off work tomorrow, but until then, I can't wait to see you play. I know, me too. 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Hug Jane. Yes, plenty of hugs. Plenty of hugs. Okay, so yes, that was the first of Navi's questions. The second, can you share a memorable interaction or feedback from one of your viewers that has stuck with you throughout your journey as a content creator? Oh boy. I mean, there's a bunch, really. Like, I'm still at that stage where whenever people are like really resoundingly positive, or just super supportive, it takes me by surprise because, like, I'm not a huge channel by any means, but in my head, I'm just a guy putting stuff out there that I enjoy putting out there and trying to make YouTube something. But somewhere along the way, we passed the point where my YouTube became something, even though it's still small, relatively speaking. Like, it is definitely something. So, I think it's not one individual, but the thing that stands out for me the most was when we were first covering Tactics Ogre Reborn, and the channel was just exploding. Like, quadrupling in size over the course of like a month. And all of the messages that I got from people my age and largely older, guys in their 40s and 50s, who were messaging me or leaving comments on videos or whatever, talking about how they hadn't enjoyed gaming or hadn't played a game, period, since like Ogre Battle 64 or the original release of Tactics Ogre, and then saw Reborn or saw my videos about Reborn, was recommended to them in some capacity, and they picked it up and they rediscovered the magic of gaming and thanking me for that, which, like, I didn't deserve any credit there. That all goes to Matsuno and his team and all the people behind the remake of Reborn. But all the positivity and support and just excitement that came with that, it was so cool to me to see all these people who were largely older than me, but they credited my content as part of what brought them back to the gaming sphere, which is a place that is so important to me and seemed to make them so happy. So many people talked about, like, feeling like they were reliving their childhood, or how they were, like, not to be over dramatic about it, but this is their words, not mine, like how they were enjoying themselves for the first time in a long time. They were just having fun with something for the first time in a long time. That was really, really powerful. So there's no one particular person. It was just the commonly shared sentiment among a lot of people that really put a smile on my face, and that I will never forget, for sure. It was so wonderful. I feel like I'm missing a lot of chat right now. My lore request never happened. I still have no idea how one Fire Emblem ring is connected to others. I like the tiny girl trying to summon anymore. Pristine Lamb Gift, did I know, man? I have that whole script written on my phone. I just haven't had the chance. I barely got the Engage retrospective out. I was working on that. I was like, all right, I'm going to make this. I'm going to get this out there. And then I'm going to do the Heroes of Fire Emblem Engage, or whatever it was going to be that I wound up titling it. Because I have the whole freaking script done. I just have to narrate it and then edit it. And then the goddamn demo for Unicorn Overlord came out. I was like, God, man, I'm never going to make this video. It's still something that I plan to do. I'm not just saying that. Like, I legitimately want to make that video because I think it'll be fun. The universe is conspiring against me to not get it out there. God. think Let's Plays are easier to take off with a wider audience. No, Jkage does segment content, Genshin Impact does reasonably well with it. Yeah, it's a hard thing to start with, but once you have an audience, I think it's definitely easier to get off the ground, for sure. When is the wedding? No wedding in the near future, but fair question, fair question. Videos put me on to Unicorn Overlord. I've been super excited after playing the demo. Thanks, man. Hell yeah, thanks for being here, Noir. I'm glad that I could tune you in. What made me support recently was the humility to correct yourself. Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. I've always been someone who's not afraid to correct my own mistakes, so. Tell the quality of your work, and I tell you feel the way about strategy games that I do. Really impressed. Well, thanks, Griff. That's... God, you guys are putting smiles on my face. Stumbled across you recently because you're interested in UO. Need to go back and look at your Reborn stuff. Oh, there's a ton of it misguided. If you're interested in Tactics Ogre Reborn, there's a ton. There's still stuff I want to do for it. I'm not done with Tactics Ogre Reborn. It's just there's been release after release that consumed my time. Ugh. Waiting 4 years for Xenoblade on the channel. I know. There's so many things I want to do. If the channel gets big enough that I can 100% support myself financially off of it, and I can quit my real life job, it'll make it a lot easier to get to some of this backlog stuff. But when I've got 32 to 40 hours a week that's dedicated to working outside of the apartment, it makes it way harder. Okay, all right, I gotta get through the rest of these questions rapid fire. I can't keep getting distracted by chat, although I love chatting with y'all. Number 3, how do you deal with negative comments or criticism? What strategies do you use to maintain a positive mindset? It depends. If it's possible, I explain what's going on and why, like, what the negativity someone was bringing to the table is negative. And 9 times out of 10, they change their mind. So it's just like, listen, like, I hear what you're saying. However, it's rude. I don't appreciate it. Whatever. This is what's going on. They change their mind. Otherwise, I just tell them they're being a fucking asshole or whatever. And then either dismiss them out of hand or I block them from the channel. And that's that. And it is really good at maintaining a positive mindset. So thank you for the questions, Navi. Very much appreciated. I'm going to, again, I don't want to like rush through everyone's questions here, but we're going to go. Will you play Ori and the Will of the Wisps? Combat system's way more dynamic than Blind Forest, and there's a charm system like in Hollow Knight. Music's even better than the first one, says Tenchi. I do intend to. It's funny. You guys are bringing up a lot of questions and commenting on a lot of things that I've been thinking about a lot the last couple of days. I do want to play Ori and the Will of the Wisp. Ori and the Blind Forest was surprisingly disappointing to me, and I know everyone was saying that my issues with it are largely fixed in Will of the Wisp, so I do want to see what that entails. So that is absolutely something that we're going to play at some point, whether on stream or potentially I've been thinking about starting up a second channel to put Let's Plays on or like dump VODs on or something. We'll have to see, but I do want to do it. I do want to do it because I know people were surprised at how much I disliked Blind Forest, and I want to see if this fixes it. So thank you for the question, Tenchi. Light asking, piggybacking off Caffeine a bit, if you could make what you feel would be your ultimate dream game, what would it be like? Gameplay, story, art direction, etc. Oh boy. Okay. A Fire Emblem game with the aesthetic and writing of a Souls series game or Bloodborne, but with the depth of political intrigue and class customization as Final Fantasy Tactics. Tell me when you find the publisher that can make that, and then we'll talk more. But that's the ideal. Faye tells hot dog sandwich. You already asked one question, but I'll give that one a quick answer. Yeah, it's meat between two buns. Sandwich. Easy. Have my taste in games changed any over the years? Are there any genres or types of games you used to not like but now do after revisiting them, or vice versa? Yes. I'm way less interested in first-person shooters than I used to be. This question coming to us, why is Discord not showing me the name? Hello? Why is this question not coming to me? Or why is the name not coming to me? Weird. Oh God, okay. We're gonna idle here for just a second. We're gonna round out these questions, and then we're gonna go. As for the question, first-person shooters used to be my bread and butter alongside RPGs. Not as much anymore, largely because they've all become insane Twitch shooters. Like, I'm a Halo kind of guy. I'm an OG COD kind of guy. I'm a Gears of War kind of guy. All right? And the only thing that really captures that same feeling for me anymore is Destiny, despite all of its major issues. And also going first-person Helldivers. So, not nearly as big into FPSs as I used to be. And then I never liked Metroidvanias when I was younger because I hated backtracking in any form or function in games. I hated going back through an area I'd already been before because I'd seen it before, so it was just wasting my time. Now, though, I love Metroidvanias. I love the sense of exploration, of discovering new things, of finding new ways to traverse through areas I've been through before and discovering fun stuff. I love that. It's great. So yeah, that is, I think, the best answer that I can provide for that. Oh, God, and that was the last question. Perfect. Okay, cool. All right, I thought there was more than that. Guys, thank you so much for all of your questions. Very much appreciate all of the support. This has been the supporter-sponsored Q&A for February 2024. I hope to see plenty of good questions for the March Q&A at the end of this month. Now, it is time. Let me grab my headset. We're going to get the show on the road. Now, I don't know how well you guys can hear me when I'm behind my mic, since the new mic has a really good noise cancellation. But we're going to be starting a brand new game. I'm going to import my save data just so I have like save files that I can mess around with to like pull footage from and everything. But we are going to be starting a completely new save here. No ifs, ands, or buts. I'm going to start from the very beginning. You guys ready? I'm so very excited. I'm really, really excited. Jealous, don't pick up my copy until tomorrow afternoon. Stop edging us, load the data. It's here, it's here, it's here. Okay, we're here. We're letting it play out. God, the intro gives me chills. No demo banner. This is the full release, ladies and gentlemen. All right, how are the sound levels? Games sound good in comparison to my voice. Again, with the new mic, I'm not sure. Let me know if anything needs to be adjusted, anything like that. I'm gonna move the mic back a little bit from me, actually. That intro is so nostalgic, like Tactics Ogre, Final Fantasy Tactics, old school Fire Emblem. It just has all of the same energy to it. And it hits me right in the gut. I love it. I love it. For the Patron characters who don't know the names of, i.e. elf characters, can you specify something kind of like my name? I mean, yeah, absolutely. It's something that we're going to have to figure out on the fly a little bit. But yeah, I mean, if you want to be like something that's close to Rockford Rogue or whatever, sure. I'll do my best. All good sound, great sound. Okay. Game can be a little lower. Okay. I can adjust it down ever so slightly. I did adjust it up, so okay. It has now been adjusted back down. All right. The load game is tempting. We're hitting that new game. Here we go. Y'all ready to get hit with Elenia's battle theme again?
you, my queen. Take leave of this place while you're still able.
To where, I might ask? Nigh every last of Cornia's lords has forsaken us in favor of the traitor Valmor. No refuge remains for a crowned fugitive. Yet the general seeks my death and mine alone. I shall not flee from that fate. Though you still can, a sole rider with Elaine at your side. Take him, Joseph. Raise that delicate seedling into a sturdy tree capable of weathering the harsh climes that await. And pray safeguard the ring of the unicorn as well. Hold it close to you until Elaine is a man grown. He will have need of the power it bears.
I see y'all in chat being horny for Elenia. I understand. But, like, she's the queen, man. Have some respect.
My queen,
Mother? Are they coming for us?
Heed well these words, Elaine. I say this not as your mother, but as your queen. From here forth, you're to treat Joseph's command as though it were spoken directly with my tongue. Do you understand?
Of course, but is there something amiss?
My faith and more lies with you, Joseph. I only pray it is enough. Farewell, and may the heavens guide you.
Ah, young Joseph. Young, in big air quotes, but you know.
Why
Joseph
are you
is
just
mommy now.
standing there, Joseph? Aren't you going to help her?
would that I were able, my prince. Come, we've not a minute to spare.
My God, Zaza, please. Bar all exits to the city. The queen is not to leave these walls alive. Our great general, reduced a little more than a base traitor, You'll find my head not so easily parted from my shoulders, Valmor. I wonder if you can say the same. Come, everyone. We march this day for Her Majesty Elenia. Hit it. Hit me with it. I need more of this type of music in the game. Insane banger.
We've no time to falter.
God, it's so good. God, it's so good. Whew. I've been listening to this OST nonstop the last 2 days while I've been editing videos, and I wish I could put it in my videos. Hopefully, now that the game is out, we can actually use it. I really hope. We'll see if this VOD winds up getting demonetized or not. If you didn't know, you can go and talk to each of the enemy generals here. They have little bits of interesting dialogue to say. Nothing particularly impactful, so we're not going to worry about doing it now, but it is a cool little Easter egg, sort of.
Destiny awaits. Forward! I have you.
Reminds me so much of that 13 Sentinels track.
I trust you.
The only one I know is Deoxyribose, which does sound like. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. Back to work, have a great stream. Yes! Absolutely. Thank you, Game Reaper, and I hope you have a good night at work.
This suit you.
And yet our fortunes fly with them.
Those are plot influence 10 hours down the line. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They might. Not quite that one. Final battle theme. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know that one. Game audio loud? Okay. me crank it down a little bit. Let me know how that is.
Brace yourself.
Crush him good.
Fire Emblem clone? No. Ogre Battle clone, if anything.
Does this suit you?
Ready yourself.
You'll see no harm.
It is PS5. It is low TUD. It is.
I shall protect you. We strive together.
Have a good night, Star. Thanks for hanging out.
Go.
I have you.
My magic is yours.
218 crit, by the way. Yikes. A little bit more down so NPCs can be heard. Okay, that I'll have to adjust in-game, which I actually should be able to do. Alright, let me know how that is. How's the game a clone? It takes a lot of the influence from Ogre Battle, but like it's not a clone really. It's just how people use the term nowadays.
Caesar.
Enlighten me, Valmor. To what end do you seek to usurp my throne?
Self-centered fool. It's not merely your throne I aspire towards. It's all of them. Zenoira are the rightful sovereigns of Fevrith, and I, the blade to restore our world to its natural order.
You seek to plunge the continent into war. Fevrith need not suffer your delusions.
A proper ruler demands unity, not pointless politicking with insufferable neighbors. Now, I shall achieve that unity through conquest and reclaim that which is rightfully mine.
I would sooner see you slain by my hand!
Again, note that our witch, who is part of the party, is not shown in that scene, which is interesting.
I promise you, my queen, the royal lineage shall endure. 'Tis but a great shame I couldn't aid you further. All has gone according to plan, my lord.
Love that the queen has a claymore the size of her entire body. Peak design choice. Listen, if the heroic character in the scene isn't throwing around a sword the size of a human being, are you even doing it right? The answer is yes, because Elaine uses a sword and board, and it's awesome. But still.
And yet our work only just begins. We stand now at a new dawn for Fevrith, one which will see Zenoira's dominion restored at last. Curious, though, that we've no trace of the old knight's captain.
About that, my lord. A lone cavalry unit was spotted riding through the eastern gate before it was barred.
Martin, first time tuning into a Legman stream. Welcome, welcome. Also, just remembering I need to double check to see if I have my delay on the mic. I do. Okay, good. Also, welcome. I hate necks. Or V-necks? I hate V-necks. Welcome. I mean, I don't particularly see what the issue with V-necks is, but welcome nonetheless. Good to have you. Good to have you. Thank you for subscribing.
And the boy is lost to us. A truth obscured only by his mother's futile attempt at a counter-offensive. It would seem I underestimated her penchant for deception.
Delay on the mic? Yes, I needed to put a slight delay on my mic to sync up with the capture card.
Year 895 of the Hallowed Chronicle. Claiming himself a scion of the fallen Sonoran Empire, Cornea's once decorated General Valmor rebelled against his erstwhile home at the seat of its monarchy, Gran Corinne.
Can I just say how much I love that the narration here sounds like it's
Its
directly out of the
queen,
original
Alenia, in the
Warcraft
face
game,
of this
the
staggering
RTS.
betrayal, stood unshrinking as the shield to her son Elaine's safe flight, and mustering what meager forces remained by her side.
With the
She
echo on it and
mounted a
everything.
defense as valorous as it was damned.
That's a real callback to my childhood right there.
With Cornea's queen lost, care of the young prince fell to her faithful knight, Joseph, who took wing beyond Valmor's wretched grasp to asylum on the Forned Isle of Palavia in the Holy Kingdom of Albion.
How often will I be streaming? Every day. For at least the
And
next 5
boastfully
days.
proclaiming himself Evereth's new emperor, Valmor donned a second name, Calarius, and began a relentless onslaught the continent's nations could only but struggle against. Yet
I'm
each
so
round his
excited.
endeavors fell in vain time and again, and ere long Sonoira's vile dominion was realized. His blood-soaked unification come to bear, few dared stand against the ironclad fist of Emperor Galerius. Embers of resistance burned on, yet the downtrodden could cling only to furtive hopes of liberation. Desperate prayers which fell upon deaf ears night after unceasing night.
Old Diablo narration. Yep. All those old Blizzard games had that kind of like echoey,
10
ethereal
years have
vibe.
passed since the Shroud of War first set over Cornea.
The orcs have marched upon the human lands. Slow and steady run or push to the end? Slow and steady. We're taking our time with this. Exploring side quests, trying different tactics, etc. Soul Calibur, yeah.
Well, that takes care of the altar. I suppose I should be getting back.
Two souls clash on the edge of divinity. Who shall come out on top? Remember Warcraft 2? Lord Khadgar. Yep. Game is out. It is. Who's Vanillaware? They developed Dragon's Crown most famously alongside 13 Sentinels. Small Japanese studio known for making really artsy, really
Sorry, Elaine,
horny,
but this
really
round's
popular
mine.
games.
You always were the optimist.
I've played Brigandine. I've not. Although I have the new one on
Damn
Switch.
it.
I've been meaning to check it out.
You got a good hit in, I'll give you that. There's just no stopping you these days.
Favorite Kingdom race?
Yet you've grown no less than I have.
Probably the Angels for me
Still,
thus far.
we could likely train for the rest of our lives, and even then, never manage to best Joseph.
Weird to think he's back on the mainland now. Finally making that Liberation Army thing a reality, huh? Guess that means we'll be going up against Anoira soon.
Indeed it does. The people of Cornea are suffering, Lex. Crying out for whatever help will hear their pleas. Should I turn a deaf ear to those voices, I would have little and less claim to the crown I feel is mine. That, and I owe it to my mother to see them safe.
Well, yeah, but Zenoira's got the whole world in the palm of their hand. How are we gonna fight back against that?
The earth may be theirs, but the heavens will surely favor those who stand for justice.
You got a point there. Sorry for not sounding all too confident. Just make sure you don't take it all on yourself. I'll be with you every step of the way.
Thank you, Lex. You know I can't do this without you.
Oh, stop. You're gonna make me blush. Anyway, that's enough training for today. We're gonna miss lunch if we don't get moving.
I suppose it is that time.
You see something out there?
It's a ship.
Looks like they're flying Zenoira colors, too.
This island is no longer safe. We have to tell the others.
With you there. You head for the cathedral. I'll make sure the town knows what's coming.
Seal off the harbor, and do it quick! Not a soul gets off this island under our watch. All soldiers have alighted, sir!
Dispatch the vanguard to the cathedral. And remember, we're to apprehend the target alive.
Understood, sir!
O Heavenly Father, ruler of land and sky above, we pray this day for deliverance from evil. Grant us the meager sustenance to nourish our fragile bodies in the times to come. Guide our lost souls on the path to salvation. Shine down your radiant light upon us, for darkness looms thick through all corners of Fevrith.
I love this echo on her voice
Such is
here.
my request as your humble servant. In the name of the Guardian Unicorn, and that of the Holy Mother. Is that you, Elaine? How many times must I ask you not to stomp around in the cathedral? What is the meaning of this?
Well, look what we've got here. Seems we're the first to show. Rough her up if you want, but don't forget, the girl dies and our heads will roll too.
Such depravity will not go unpunished. Not in the house of the Heavenly Father.
Yeah? Then you best get to praying. She's fast.
Not as fast as us.
What the?
Love that scene. So good.
Scarlet, are you hurt?
Only a little shaken, that's all. What's happening to us, Elaine?
A ship has come ashore on Palavian soil. One hoisting the banner of the Zenoiran army.
And are they aware that you're the Crown Prince?
I can't say for certain. but
Not
we
as
know
fast
one
as
thing.
I. Boom.
These people are our enemy.
So good.
And they must be stopped.
Yes. My cathedral will see no more bloodshed this day. Come, let's move outside.
Your Highness, it's a relief to see you unharmed.
Hold on. Where's Lex?
He went ahead to alert the town. We'd best find him and get to the harbor.
Ah, Lex.
Indeed.
I can't wait to craft you into a
First,
monster.
my prince, this belongs to you.
Tell you, man, slap one sanguine blade on him.
A ring.
Changes everything.
The Ring of the Unicorn. Queen Elenia wished for you to have it. In truth, I had intended to wait till signs of age played more deeply across your face. But we no longer have such luxury. I have the utmost faith you'll see it secured.
A keepsake from my mother. Thank you for this, Joseph. Truly.
Make no further mention of it. Now, let us be off.
I do seriously love Chloe just standing in the background. Just like the most basic of soldiers compared to all these anime protagonists. Like if you did not know that she was a named character, you would think she was just a generic. Like she looks like a knight from Final Fantasy Tactics without the cloak and with a spear instead of a sword. Yes, battle stages. We know how these work. If you're watching for the first time, either in like the live stream or in the VODs, and you have any questions about anything that I'm skipping past in terms of tutorials, let me know. And I can happily answer it for you. I've played through all of these sections like 5 or 6 times at this point. Seen other people play through them as well. Like I know how all this works, so I'm just gonna skip it, but let me know. Alright, mess them up.
The path is set.
After the Valerius fight, which one of the regions, Elfland or Desert Zone, would you try first? I want to go up to the Land of Dragons and see if we can't get some angels up there. Did I play Expert? I did. And we will be continuing to play Expert here. You can recustomize any character you want with an item you can get in the demo. Yes, yes you can. I talked about that in one of my videos. You actually get 2 of that item pretty early on. You get 1 when you fight Renal and beat him, and then you can also buy 1 from the black market merchant. If you're, I don't know if it's liberate the entire continent or just enough of the continent and he decides to work with you, but it's one or the other.
Time is at hand. Onward.
Thoughts on the fighter class? Way better than people give it credit for, largely because it needs to grow. It grows into its role rather than starting off good like most of the other classes do. It's also very good at using equipment.
We march on. Well fought.
Liberate the town. Easy peasy.
These are beaten, broken souls. And yet our
Consumed
fortunes
unused.
collide with
Yes.
them.
Lex got caught off guard. He's gonna go fight some guys and get the snot beat out of him because he's dumb.
Ready. Yes, sir. I'm here. I'm up.
Is it auto-playing the battle?
Sure thing.
Common misconception. That's what it looks like, but you have to consider it like a fight in Fire Emblem, where like you encounter an enemy and then your attacks play out. Like you oftentimes don't even get the choice to make like, oh, I'm gonna battle or I'm gonna rearrange things. Like it just goes into the fight in Fire Emblem. You watch the animations, then it's done. Same thing is here. You choose where you're going to go, and then when you run into an enemy, a battle starts. But here you can at least change like what you want your formation to be. Like I can move Lex wherever I want once we're out of the tutorial. Like I can change his loadout, his skills, how they're set up, like all of that type of stuff. It's just you have a squad for the animation. Comment on the feel of the game now that you're playing the readjusted expert difficulty. Oh sure, yeah. If I notice any major differences, we'll definitely talk about it. I don't know that it's going to be enough of a change to feel really noticeable, but if it is, then yeah, absolutely. How long till we have the Triangle Strategy Whisper Rage stream? That is a great question. There's a couple of maps that we've seen in the preview material that I feel like could be that caliber. Largely the one in the Bestral lands where you are surrounded on all sides, but we'll see.
I'll not fail you. As you wish.
This is where we get to see the swap mechanic at play, which is a really cool little mechanic. You just swap Joseph in here and he can go mess these guys up. The demo ended different points. I got swap positions before it ended. So it would either end after you had spent 5 hours once you got past the tutorial, or it would end when you completed the mission to rescue Scarlet. One or the other. Hey, there's our healing tonics. Very nice. Very valuable item.
I've got to make this work.
There's absolutely nothing of importance that you're missing there. So, Casey Eagle has subscribed. Welcome, Casey. Very good to have you. Been playing a lot of Helldivers recently, so I can only assume that you are actually the pilot for the ship that drops in a lot of my bombs. So thank you for all of your service. You've only missed about 40% of the time and blown up my friends, which is, you know, acceptable losses for democracy. All right, here we go. Get in there, team.
Yes, sir.
Joseph riding in to destroy, as he does.
I have you.
Golden Route hard mode with Triangle Strategy is actually tough for me. Same, Seth, same. The old heads remember. That's what they're talking about with the Rage Whisper stream. That was tough, man. I don't understand. Like, there's certain people like Coffee Potato. No discredit to the guy. Love his work. Love his thoughts on stuff. He's very well learned in the space. I just don't understand his seeming very large dislike for Triangle Strategy. I thought it was a masterpiece.
Onward. Ready.
both narratively and in terms of game design. So,
I shall
curious
hold
about that.
nothing back. Stand true! I fight in me yet. I've not chosen my grave
Okay,
yet.
so that's
I'm
those
not
two
as you
down.
wish.
Now we can let the lads
Sure
come
thing.
in and pick some dudes off.
We march. To me.
As expected.
Your villainy ends here.
Didn't I hear something about triangle strategy too? I don't think so, no. If you did, then I somehow missed that, and that would be extremely surprising. Not impossible, but... Very nice. Alright, so now Elaine can take this one, Lex can take this one.
Yes, sir. You face me.
Forgot that Joseph moves at light speed, Christ Cavalry are fast. Yeah, I forget all the time. He moves so fast.
A fine job. Victory grows ever closer. We march. To me.
Alright, Team Lex, bring this guy down.
No stopping now.
Hey, first level.
In
Chloe
service of the
getting,
crown.
as always, a good level to start. Growths
No
are fixed
stopping
if you
now.
did not know.
The time is at hand.
If only we could use our Valor skills.
Come then.
This struggle will only prolong the pain. Accept the mercy of a swift demise.
No.
Why are you doing this? You,
lol,
who
you.
once stood as my mother's royal guard.
Enough of your questions, well, interfere and I shall see you suffer for it.
Easy now. Light!
I cannot wait until we get to actually use Scarlet in proper missions as the rescuer. It's going to be such a boon to the army. Alright, that's one. Yes, such firm defenses because he's garrisoned, so we get knocked
March.
back. Good thing we can
Path is
just
set.
walk up and
Sure
bop
thing.
him.
You got it.
What would you ask? Very well.
Look at how quick Joseph gets in there. Good lord.
Come. I fail to understand, Hodrick. What has motivated this shift in allegiance?
Joseph, Cornea's most decorated knight. I shall close the book on your tale myself. You won't touch that.
It's so interesting to me that Hodrick has any memory of who Joseph is.
The battle is won.
Alright, finish him off, team.
This one's mine.
Your villainy ends
Done.
here.
Excited to see how strong Scarlet is in defensive mage once we rescue her. Yeah, she definitely has red mage vibes, and not just because her outfit is red. So I'm hoping that she's got good offense and healing. It'd be very nice, very satisfying. Hey, there's Elaine with the big level. Beautiful.
May the Father smile upon me.
Well fought.
Boom diata. The unicorn ring, trophy earned. Oh boy. Am I got 100% platinum this game? I've never done it before. This might be the one. Seems like he knows more of him than being familiar. That's fair. Yeah.
What foolishness is this? One such as I, brought low by the Cornea vermin that gnawed our ankles.
You've fallen far indeed, Hodrick. How many times did you stare death in the face at Her Majesty's side? Now, look what you've become. I may stand as your swordmaster no longer, but I can yet offer you a merciful end to your descent.
Wait.
Your Highness.
Hope the stream's going well so far. It is, Joshua. Good to see you.
Tell me, Hodrick.
Very
Do
good
you
stream
remember
thus
the
far.
times you and I played together? When I was still just a boy? Yours was a bond of loyalty few knights could hope to equal. Why cast that aside and bend the knee to Galerius?
Scarlet's feet point weird. Kind of do,
refuse
yeah.
to cut down a friend without first knowing how we've
Fair
reached
point.
this grim conclusion. A simple reason is all I ask. Please.
Elaine!
The ring! What sorcery is this?
Oh, my head. What am I doing here?
And just like that, we have ourselves an armor knight, ladies and gentlemen.
A spell to shackle the hearts of men.
'Tis the only way I can think to describe
Clubfoot.
it, my prince. That ill-fated day, all the lords closest to your mother turned upon her without so much as a moment's notice. Unfortunately, my memories end there as well.
A frightful power, if what you say is true. This spell of control, it could be called.
Oh god, control.
Such magic.
There's a
would
blue
go far
mage
in
at work.
explaining how Galerius so swiftly brought Fevrith to its knees.
I shudder to think what unspeakable evil I
These
wrought
are
upon our
beaten,
world these
broken
last 10
souls.
years. Though
And yet
there's
our
no
fortunes
greater
cry with
misdeed
them.
than turning my spear upon you, Prince Elaine.
That's enough. You mustn't blame yourself any further. But I do wonder, how is this ring capable of unmaking the spell?
In truth, I had believed it to be mere regalia, a symbol of your birthright and nothing more. To think the power of cleansing truly exists. Your Highness, that is the Ring of the Unicorn, ancestral treasure of Cornea's royal lineage. Legend speaks of your ancestors wielding it to purify evil, but I had believed such tales to be mere fiction.
The Orthodoxy has a similar story about the Holy Unicorn. How it was a sacred beast able to purge darkness from our lands. It's entirely possible that the ring that bears its image is somehow capable of that same power.
Should Galerius's rule be built upon a foul sorcery that fetters our people, then this ring is the ray of light that will pierce its wicked heart.
Your words ring true, my prince.
Indeed. Were we able to free those bound by his cruel magics?
It might just bring the Iron Wall of Zenoira crashing down.
All told, I've often found myself plagued with doubt. Is it justice that guides our march, or paltry vendetta? Yet the answer is clear as day now. The path before us is laid bare, and all that remains now is to walk it. Walk it I will, Mother. Today marks our first foray into the mists of despair which hang heavy over our home. Mists that will soon be dispelled. It may take days, months, or even years, but I shall see the duties of my bloodline fulfilled, and slay Galerius like the beast he is.
Very nice. Having done so much like skipping around cutscenes and like just doing mechanic stuff, it's nice to see all the actual scenes and the voice acting and everything play out again.
And how does Hodrick fare?
Well, all things considered, any fog that lingered in his mind seems to have cleared, and he stands ready to fight once more. By the way, Your Highness, allow me to brief you on our plans for when we arrive. Among the Liberation members I've mustered in my past excursions is a young yet skilled knight by the name of Clive. I'll ride to bring him to you the moment we've reached solid ground.
You have my thanks.
A word, Elaine?
Is something wrong?
Well... No, it's nothing.
Are you sure? Anxiety will be the death of you if you keep it bottled up like that.
It really isn't important, I assure you. It's just... our lives have changed so drastically from the peace we had only yesterday. It barely seems real.
I can't say I feel any different. But I've always known this day would come. It's why I've spent all these years training under Joseph's careful instruction. A shame you never had the chance to meet my mother. She was always one to blaze a path forward, royal blade in arm. But as her heir, I intend to lead in much the same way.
Is that why you and Lex spent all your days banging swords down at the shore?
You've seen that, have you? You know, Hodrick was likely but one of many. And assuming the others who surrendered to Zenoira are being controlled as he was, we may just stand a chance in this. Yet our liberation is still in its nascent days. Promising, yes, but gravely fragile as well. Which is precisely why I'll need your help, Scarlet. To reclaim peace for all who have suffered.
Elaine, Of course. I'll do everything I can. As is my role as a priestess of the Palavian Church.
Hey, don't forget about me.
Effie War Cleric vibes from Scarlet's dress. Yeah.
What?
I'm sorry, my prince. Decorum doesn't come naturally to this fool.
It's all right. When you've known each other as long as we have, there's no reason to let formality bind us.
But there are protocols to observe. Rules we must follow as vassals in service of the crown. Still, I'm of the same mind. What mind he has, that is. I'll give my all in the royal name, your majesty.
Thank you all. I couldn't ask for a finer group of friends.
Apologies if you heard the squeaking there. I was closing the window. All right. Save your progress. Yes, please. Thank you. All right, and there's all of our old saves from the demo, man. Very cool. I'm going to save down here so that I still have access to them if I need them for footage. We're just continuing straight on. Okay, here we go. So, if you didn't know, they added a 4th difficulty mode. We talked about this in our video from 2 days ago. A day ago. I can't even remember anymore. I've put out so many videos recently. Basically, they added another difficulty mode. In the demo, it was just story, tactical, and expert. Now there's this normal mode. What's interesting is normal mode is the difficulty that story mode was in the demo, and story mode is now even easier than it was in the demo, which is mind-boggling because story mode was already like, I hesitate to say brain dead because I don't want to like insult anybody or whatever, but story mode was hysterically easy, so I can only imagine what that's like when it's even easier now. We are going to be playing on expert, though. Expert was a very good challenge. It was very fun, very enjoyable, and I can only imagine that it is going to continue to be so, and potentially maybe a little bit frustrating, which is always good as we get further into the game. So expert is where we are going to be. Here we go. What is this new game? This is Unicorn Overlord. Bang shot. Also, Andre Shen is subscribed. Welcome, Andre. Good to have you. Thank you for joining us.
Elaine, why have you stopped?
We're surrounded.
That's the point of story mode, but like it was already that easy.
I was hoping for.
I don't know how you make it more visual novel than it already was.
Get your vile claws off of me!
I still love like Chloe just gets annihilated.
I should have known you'd be behind this treachery, Renault.
What is the meaning of this?
Apologies for the icy reception, but we've business with the girl.
What business could you have with Scarlet? Unhand her this instant.
No, I don't think that will be happening. I act under orders from Emperor Galerius himself. As for what he plans to do with her, that's not for one of my station to know. Yet I shall see it done all the same.
These are beaten, broken souls. And yet our fortunes ride with them.
Like Chloe just gets laid the fuck out. It's so brutal. The work here is concluded. I leave the rest to you and your capable band. Don't worry, boss. I'll earn my keep and plenty more. Straight into the hornet's nest, huh? You gotta do something, Elaine. Not we, you, specifically. Hear me, soldiers of Cornea. I ask that you stand aside for your returned prince. Sorry, kid, can't do that. Nothing personal, just following orders from the guy paying the coin. Damn, we've no hope of overcoming such numbers. Your Highness! With us, everyone, I beg you. Come, my prince.
I'm ashamed to hear you met such misfortune before I arrived.
Your Highness, this man is Clive, the knight we spoke of earlier.
A pleasure.
Still, it rankles the mind. I never would have dreamt that Galerius was after Scarlet, and not you, my prince.
Who was that knight who took her?
Perhaps you're not so important as we once believed.
His name is Renaud, formerly a proud servant of Queen Elenia, not unlike myself. And just as I fell victim to Galerius and his foul magic, it would seem he has met with a similar fate.
All the same, why Scarlet?
Perhaps her role as a priestess has something to do with it. Lately I've heard tell of Zenoira's desire to spread its roots into the Orthodoxy, making one with direct ties a prime target.
In any case, the risk to her safety is clear should she fall into Galerius's hands. And sitting idly by only serves to stoke my worry further. Let us be off at once.
Wouldn't do that if I was you. No chance you're helping the girl if you don't even know where you're going.
And you are?
Don't worry, he's a friend. A collaborator of mine by the name of Travis.
Fancy way to refer to a spy. You need intel, dirt, or just the latest weather, I'm your man.
And what of Renaud?
Road east, faster than a clap of thunder. I can only assume he's going for the city. But the real problem is his army of mercenaries. We want after Renaud, we've got to go through them.
Your Highness, we all share your sense of urgency, but we've no hope of aiding Scarlet without first routing the enemy before us.
Right. We depart as soon as we're able.
Alright. Perched over there serves the enemy command post. Yeah, we know how this works. We deploy from our base. Let's get it. Let's go. Travis is the GOAT. Yeah, it's true. Alright. So... I do not need your explanations, Joseph. Thank you. Who are we putting with Elaine? Probably Travis, honestly. They'll be nigh untouchable as a result. And then Clive and Joseph is a good setup. And Hodrick, yeah. Hodrick. Anyway.
The day will be ours.
In service of the royal family.
Onward.
I'll not fail you. As you wish. Gaze upon the face of your demise. Stand true!
We're going to play Aiden Chronicle 100 Heroes. Very similar game to Suikoden if you ever played that before. I have. I'm a big Suikoden fan, actually. And I am planning on playing Aiden, as long as we have the time. But I absolutely want to, especially since Mr. Murayama has passed away. Alright, let's go take this base immediately. And brawl these guys to a standstill.
What would you ask?
I asked you please move this way. Thank you.
Awaiting your command. Very well.
Come then.
I'll take that.
Joseph, you want the tutorial? Tom, I know more than you. I've had a number of people tell me I explain the game better than Joseph, so like, yes, literally.
A fine job.
We need to switch where Travis is immediately right off the bat. Travis needs to be over here so that he absorbs more hits with his evade.
Path is set.
Get it, get it, get it, get it. Get it, get it, get it.
Your villainy ends here.
Prolux already getting benched. No, he's coming out next. He's coming out next. Well, Pokemon Gold? Oh, I mean, listen, man. Pokemon Gold and Silver I do love.
Victory grows ever closer. We march.
Alright, yeah, we can definitely work on them. Joseph ducking and weaving his way down the line. Let's go.
I have you.
Beautiful. Well done, lads.
The battle is won. I've not chosen my grave yet.
Alright, take this. Let's get Lex out here.
They won't know what hit them. I'm up. Yes, sir.
Hoist the banners.
Alright, so now they're going to hold. Take that Dew of Strength. Thank you.
I shall hold nothing back.
Can't skip yet, so we're just going to cruise through here.
Hold fast.
Joseph's so good just for getting at least one character, if not more. So much free XP. It's phenomenal.
Gaze upon the face of your demise. Stand true. The battle is won.
Thomas video on Joseph here. Exactly. Yes, I do. Thank you for letting people know, Caffeine. You should absolutely check it out if you have any questions about utilizing Joseph in your squad. We're going to drop this first house, Carl. Easy. Second one isn't even going to hit us because he's going for Travis. Let's go.
Saw that. Good.
All right, now the lads clean him up, and we keep on cruising.
Come then.
Horse Boy's getting all the less important stuff done. Love to see it. Oh, you know, they're built for taking objectives.
We march on.
Pretty sure 2 units getting 49 XP is better than just 1, though. On the one hand, yes, but on the other hand, you get so many unit deployment slots that it's extremely easy to get anyone caught up who, quote-unquote, lost out on any XP because of using Joseph early on.
On it.
For the liberation.
There we go. Got our Valor points up. Very nice. Got the Revival Orb. Very nice.
Awaiting your command.
Take this bridge down here. Yes, yes, soldiers have piercing attacks. Very dangerous, very scary.
I'll not fail, as you wish.
Fortunately, we have a Joseph.
Come. Hold fast.
Goodbye. And with that, we've got a level for Clive. On my honor as the Dawn Spear.
I've not chosen my grave yet.
Alright, time to bring down Albin.
What would you ask? Very well.
Bridge here.
I have taken it as our own.
So, what next? Sure
Get
thing.
in there, Lex. Ooh, maybe don't get in there, Lex.
Onward.
Yeah, better.
Your villainy ends here. A fine job.
Goddamn self heals.
I'm up. Sure thing.
You can't really deploy anyone at the moment, so we're just gonna march back in there and keep fighting.
You face me.
That's gonna be one of the soldiers down.
Thanks.
Boom. Very nice. Don't want to say too many things. I'll answer stuff. Ultra with permission. Oh yeah, go for it. If people are just asking about like New Game Plus and everything, that's fine. We've already addressed some of that, so.
Yes, sir.
Although I do appreciate you being wary. What with having had a review copy.
To me.
It's not looking great.
Your villainy ends here.
Ooh, so close to getting the kill there.
Don't go dying on me.
But the good thing about Travis, making sure that they can't heal too much.
The time is at hand. Onward.
We're gonna burn our stamina here so that Lex, his squad, can come in and clean up.
Thanks.
Also, I think we're gonna go for. Oh, we can't use our Valor skills yet. Damn it! All right, I was gonna say we can go for a plunder, but
I'm ready to hit something.
mess them up, team. Beautiful. Well done, Chloe.
That's how it's done. Just
And
leave
Lex
it to
getting that
Lex.
classic 2 HP. Now, okay, hold up. Hold on, though. Hold on. I've never seen Lex get that 1 point in initiative before. Not at level 2. He's always gotten the 2 HP. But that 1 point of initiative is different. I wonder if they changed his growths. And I mean, his growths, fighter growths, but... different growth, maybe demo is fixed, not fixed. Well, the 2 HP is still the same. I'm wondering if they just upped fighter's initiative a little bit. Patch buff? It's possible. It is possible. Didn't they change things in the translated patch notes? They did. They didn't specify what, though, in terms of buffs and nerfs. So that might be one of the buffs. Interesting. Okay. All right. Fighters maybe got a little bit of a buff.
Ready. Yes, sir.
The time is at hand.
This one's mine.
Tom's game must be fixed because I only got the 2 HP. Interesting. Interesting. I wonder if there's certain stats that are random and certain stats that are fixed. That'd be weird, but if like the base stats were fixed and then like the advanced stats were random, that could be interesting.
I'm ready to hit something.
Whew, all right.
I can still fight.
Chloe needs some help, but we cleared through him.
No stopping now. Sure thing.
Let's take the
On
bridge. Joseph's squad can clear these guys out. Very easy. You got the same stats as me, Scuba Steve? Okay, interesting. Interesting.
I have you.
Yes, maybe they just upped fighters' growths a little bit then, or their stats set.
With you. Stand. I fight in me for the liberation.
Did they change? Ah, look at that. Interesting. They also changed Joseph's default tactics set for his heal so that it's not target HP less than 100% anymore. It's less than 75%. He used to heal as soon as anyone was missing any HP. And I thought that I noticed that that was different. Cool. All right, lots of little tweaks. Little quality of life improvements. I respect it.
As you wish.
One for the good guys.
Let's trigger the ability to use our Valor skills here.
What would you ask? Very well. Blood will be shed.
Well, look who finally came knocking.
Stand true.
Not stealing Joseph's gear for Elaine. Not yet. Just because we're still in tutorial. Oh, see, we need to change his assaulting lance as well. Any benefit starting from scratch instead of continuing from the demo? It'll help familiarize you with what's changed. But that's really all I can imagine. And it's still going to be pretty minor, so probably nothing that you need to worry about too much.
I'm up. You got it.
Whoa there, Joseph. All right, let's. What does your damage look like here? Yeah, not great. Let's change Assaulting Lance. Just had it targets the lowest HP. See how that does.
Come.
Yeah, that's better. Voice for him was on point. Who, Albin? I have heard it before. Ah, Bobby No Hobby is subscribed. Welcome, Bobby No Hobby. Thank you for joining us, my friend. Good to have you. Hope you're enjoying the content. Nice. There's our free AP. Look at self-heal. Not too shabby.
Glory to the liberation.
All right, we're getting them there.
What would you ask?
We won't quite finish that soldier off, though.
Awaiting by your word.
All right, let's
I am
hold.
yours to command, Your Highness.
Get a lane over here.
So, what next?
We're gonna have a group come out. That's fine. Oh no, they're healing. Never mind. All right. First things first. Plunder. Steal some money. You want to be plundering whenever possible. Whenever you have the valor to do so, because you get a good amount of money. Yeah, 834 gold for free. Yeah, thank you. Then we'll pop the Valorous Order. Oh wait, let's get
Awaiting by your word.
Joseph's squad a little bit closer. Valorous Order increases the damage we deal, reduces the damage we take, and gives us first strike. Insanely powerful. This is the boss killer. Use it whenever you can.
Excellent. My word.
Okay. Now we can get in there, start swinging.
Onward.
I shall hold nothing back.
Oh damn.
Your
All
villainy
right.
and you face me.
I don't necessarily want to
gaze upon the face of your
outright
demise.
clear them here, because I want to use our XP boost. If I no, the Duke strength won't do anything. All right, let's just weaken them.
Apologies, but I fear we lack the time for pleasantries.
Figures. Let's get it over with.
You're gonna use Albin. I feel like he's kind of weak. Oh my God. No, Albin's phenomenal. Housecarls are really strong. I'm absolutely gonna be using Albin.
Saw that. We march up another step forth.
All right, let's get back in there, team.
I shall hold nothing back.
There we go. That's looking better.
Be healed. Hold fast.
Big damage. And now Albin will be easy to finish off for Lex's squad, who I'm going to be using here.
To me. We march.
Go ahead for the Valor, the Royal Order on Lex. Boom.
Not bad. Sure thing.
Easy.
Yes, sir.
I have arrived.
I've arrived.
So now they're going to get bonus XP. They've got
You
the
don't
first
stand a
strike.
chance.
They're going to clear up. Easy. Every class is useful in some situation. Learn that the hard way multiple times. It's a very good idea to keep at least one of as many different classes as you can. Definitely. Definitely. That's going to be something that makes this interesting with all the Patreon characters. Because I might not have as much choice over what character types we use. Yeah, look at all that XP,
See,
baby.
Chloe? I can do stuff.
HP, physical attack, physical defense, evasion, and guard rate. Pretty much everything that Lex wants, so happy to see that. And then HP, physical attack, magic attack, and evasion. Not super enthused about the magic attack here. We can get magic lances that we could use with Chloe, but not the biggest fan of them. So, not a terrible level, but...
Told you I'm awesome.
Lex is the best. Lex is the best. You're goddamn right he is. Beautiful. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. Oh, it's so nice not being stuck under a timer anymore.
Alone, are you?
All right, let's see what Alvin has to say.
Long gone by now. But with all the time about him. Never could have done without you lot chasing me halfway to hell and back, though.
The fort's empty, Your Majesty. Not a soul in sight.
Guy laid out the bait, and we just had to take a nibble.
Strange. Few leaders would play the sacrificial lamb in such a predicament.
Don't flatter yourselves. I would have shook you off like weak old mud if I hadn't hurt my leg in our little scuffle. But hey, that's just part of the job. You're gambling with your life the second you take that coin.
Then you know how this ends.
Stay your blade, Lex. There's something I need to ask him. What does Galerius want with Scarlet? I'll take any scraps of information you may have, please.
You do realize I'm just hired steel, yeah? They keep my pockets nice and heavy, and that's as far as my curiosity goes. So, sorry, but I'm not a questions kind of guy. At least not past my bottom line.
Well, what do we do with him?
Let's say I offered to fill those pockets instead. What then?
First, I'd ask if you still had all your marbles, but I'm not the discriminating type. As long as the pay's right.
If this is supposed to be a joke, I'm not laughing. We're trying to beat the enemy, not hire them.
It's not every day you come across a man willing to greet the heavens in order to see his allies safe. Now, our aim is to liberate these lands from the oppressive clutches of Zenoira and its emperor. I'd ask your aid in that battle.
You know, I'd heard you were nothing more than the crumbs of some spineless resistance that got chewed up and spat back out. Never would have guessed you're really just a pack of
Alvin's great. He
lunatics.
is. I love him.
This so-called lunatic is none other than Prince Elaine, true-born heir to the Cornian throne. And our war is a righteous one.
You're trotting around the crown brat of a dead and gone kingdom trying to flip a whole damn empire? Sorry, kids, but I don't like them odds.
Doesn't sound like he's interested.
Hope you know I don't come cheap.
Does that mean you'll join us?
Granted, you're willing to foot the bill. King-making's not an everyday job for a merc. But you've seen enough to know I'm worth the gold and more. So we got a deal? We'll even cut you a little discount.
Hell yeah. Join me, Alvin.
Now that we've settled matters here, we move to rescue Scarlet. Time grows short.
Indeed. It's more than evident Galerius had some grand purpose in kidnapping her. Delivering her from his bloodied talons may strike a heavy blow to the heart of his aims.
Perhaps, but this is far sooner than we had planned. Our allies remain scattered through every realm of Fevrith. Casting the gauntlet at Renault's feet would only send us all to an early grave.
If I may add, there are those among Galerius's adherents who willfully chose to betray the Queen those long years ago.
I'm curious about that.
I fear we have no hope of avoiding conflict with such base traitors.
I want to know who joined willingly and who's mind controlled.
It would seem we'll need to bolster our ranks then.
Your Highness, upon ushering you to Palavia, I labored tirelessly to build a foundation upon which the Liberation Army can take hold. I have seen great suffering in our lands, 'tis true, and yet greater resentment harbored by the oppressed and the downtrodden. I have every faith such fierce emotion will spur them to join our cause. My prince, fly your crest across the banner of the liberation. Spearhead the rebellion against Zenoira, and you will surely find kindred spirits ready to take arms in your name.
Then I will do just that. I only ask that you be the crutch I may lean on when the perils of war grow too great to bear alone.
Alright, choose a heraldic achievement to represent Elaine. This is something we will be elaborating on, of course. Acquired Sakura High School. That's from 13 Sentinels, isn't it? It has to be. That has to be from 13 Sentinels. Very cool. Hydeland, that's Dragon's Crown. Arion, that I don't know. Game feels easy. Pretty funny, Sakura High School. Yeah. Yes, this is the pre-order bonuses. You get these 3 heralds. Very cool. Very cool. However, we're going to edit our own here. I'm trying to remember what I had last time. We had the ramparts here. I believe we had this shield. Not going to worry about messing with colors at the moment. Definitely the sword. Bucket helm, I remember that. This like spiky crown. And then we had the 2 black like lions, yeah. And then yeah, this ribbon, I believe. Cool. I'll change everything to be my colors later on, but right now I just want to make as much progress as we can tonight. Cool. Arion is Odin's sphere? Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Understood. Thank you, guys. Sakura High School one is amazing. It is very good. Getting more Valor points now in this expert mode. It hasn't felt like it yet. Alright, this is all tutorialization. We're just going to skip this stuff. Like we have to do it, but the dialogue will skip. It's hard to say since we only did 1 fight and you get a bunch of Valor for free to be able to do the tutorial in that fight, but it hasn't felt like we've gotten more. We'll see. Now we're going to expand Joseph's squad so we can get more trainees in there. Very good. Give me that renown, baby. Rapport, very good. Need forecast, we can equip stuff. Hodrick in here for now. We're going to be able to slap Albin in a second. However, Lex wants that Vitality Talisman. Yeah. Okay, cool. Change of clothes, done. Supply run, let's grab...
If it's steel you're after, you're in the right place.
There's the Runic Sword. Can't afford that yet. I think we're going to go with the Unwavering Spear. Oh. Hold on 1 second. That's my timer for my pretzels. Give me just a moment. We'll be right back. I want to make sure they don't burn.
These are beaten, broken souls, and yet our fortunes ride with them.
to get them out, turn the oven off, and get my beer cheese heating up. I got, quick tangent, this whole giant bag of free beer cheese from the local grocery store. Because apparently the deli did not need it, but they couldn't sell it because it didn't have a barcode on it. So someone asked if I wanted it. Because I was looking at other stuff to cook, and I was like, yeah. And so I got this giant bag of beer cheese dip that's really, really, really good. So I'm going to be dipping the soft pretzels in it. Yes, the Unwavering Spear, though. I believe... I like to give this to Clive, typically. It's really nice that he can just be able to guaranteed hit a thief. The only thing is that it does then conflict with Assaulting Lance, but when it's useful, it's really useful. So I think we're going to do this.
Done and done.
All right. Now, you might be saying, Tom, don't you want to get some of this recruit gear? And I might get, like, one recruit's short sword for Lex or something. The recruit gear is good, but it gets outclassed pretty quick. This is actually something I'm going to be talking about in my tips video that comes out in a day or two. And you get enough other good stuff that you don't really need it on everybody. And the XP boost is nice, but as people have been talking about in chat, you really don't need the XP boost. You get more than enough XP. So we're going to put this on Lex to help his damage, but that's about it. No one else is getting anything. Free food is always pog. Free beer cheese. Yeah, man. Thanks, Legman, for keeping me up to date on the game. Have a great night. You as well, Brandon. Enjoy. Enjoy. Good night, Legman. Good night, everyone that is in chat right now. I'm off to bed. Have a good night, Free Paper. Thank you for hanging out. Now I'm hungry. Yeah. Yeah, I hear ya. All right, can't do our deliveries yet. All right. And with that, the tutorial is over. Here we go. All right. We're free, chat. Time is nigh. Explore everything. Get all of your stuff. Collect all of the quests. Accept them all. We're going to rebuild this town. We're going to unlock the ship, which is going to be huge. Because we're going to go and get a golden egg. We're also going to station a guard. Stationing guards is free, and it gets you resources and gold in the area, so there's literally no reason not to do it.
I got this.
How aggressive am I when it comes to hiring mercenaries? Well, I have a list of, I don't know the exact tally, a lot of Patreon characters that we have to get through, so we're going to be pretty aggressive with it. It's so nice, too, knowing that we're not on a timer anymore.
You're in the right place.
There's the Sanguine Blade. That's going to be going on Lex. Don't have the money for it at the moment, but that will get changed pretty quickly. Another Divine Shard. We need as many of them as we can get, so we can get O'Cleese. We won't bother the chicken yet. Wait a second. Thought it was showing me something that I could interact with. We'll only bother the chickens once we have the quest to bother the chickens. Headwell is probably too much pasta for dinner. Would still slam some pretzels and beer cheese right now, given the opportunity. Hell yeah. Normally not what I'd be eating at this time of night, but, you know, a little bit of a special occasion. Let's play here all the time when we were kids. Yes, sir. All right, Mr. Man, tell me about your chickens. Don't care. Gotta get the chickens. Here we go. 1 chicken. Divine Shard. Some fish. 2 chickens. Healing tonic. 2 more chickens required. What do we get when we get all the chickens? Oh, buddy. You gonna find out. 3 chickens. 4 chicken. Come here, Mr. Chicken Man. I got something for you. Boom. Golden egg. Honors and a free meal ticket. I'd be too excited to sleep anyway. True. True. All right. So, what, Tom, is the golden egg and why does it matter? Well, let me show you. Look at Clive here. He's got these gauntlets, give him plus 20% guard rate. Don't matter. We've got a Joseph and we've got a Hodrick in the squad. We're going to exchange this for the golden egg. User's unit earns plus 100% gold. So from here on out, these guys are going to be slaying out all over the place, getting a bunch of bonus XP off of easy kills, as well as doubling all the gold that they get. It's going to make it so much easier to get some of this high-level, powerful magical gear that we're already seeing show up in shops, and it's only going to scale throughout the entire game, right? There will be people who recommend that you sell this at the start of the game because you get 30,000 gold from it. That is a trap. You will get that gold and more so easily just using this and slaying out on dudes. Equip it on your best unit. Doesn't really matter who in the unit has it, just so long as someone in your unit that's going to be killing the most dudes has it, you're going to be rolling in the dough, I promise. Golden egg work with plunder. I don't think so. Because you're earning gold, and plunder steals it, so I don't think that's technically the same thing. We could also put it on Hodrick, but I want him to be guarding more, so it's fine.
These are beaten, broken souls.
Still you're after. You're in the right
and yet our
place.
fortunes
Dancer's
ride
Bracelet.
with them.
This is another really good one. Powerful call. Activates for an ally attacks. Grants plus 30% physical attack for an ally's next attack. This is really good. This is an excellent support piece. Do not get me wrong. However, I want to save for those swords first. So we're going to pass on this for the moment. We'll be back for it.
We see it.
No deliveries we can do, but we will station a guard here so we can get
As you
the
command,
resources
Your Highness.
from the area. And we're going to get back on our way.
I'll keep the peace, Your
Make sure we
Majesty.
station a guard there as well. And while we sail back, I'm going to go ahead and grab my Patron. She should be fully heated through now. Go. Got a bunch of pretzel nuggets, as well as one Indiana pretzel. We're loaded to bear. How often do we get the resources? Do we have to do something to collect them? So long as you have a guard stationed in the area where the resources are, they will collect them for you automatically and distribute them regularly. You know what the actual golden egg doesn't need to get the kill, just anyone in the same squad? Technically speaking, in terms of terminology, the unit is the squad. And it's individual soldiers in the unit. But yes, doesn't matter who has it. So long as someone in the unit has it, then you're good. Do a mock battle, easy peasy. Hire a mercenary, we're going to be doing that as well, once we can. For now, though, let's expand our unit. The lads here are going to go up in size. Let's do a mock battle. Boom. Boom. Does the game tell you attack? Yes. Yeah, periodically when you've done enough missions, it'll tell you get a bunch of resources. And that gives us enough honors to expand our other unit. Nice.
Curse these black talon scum!
You supposed to be the town guard?
sorriest sight I ever seen. Now go on and run home if you know what's good for you.
As if I'd ever cede to vulgar bandits such as you. The Father shall strike you down for your sins.
Not today, you won't. But I'll let you take that up with him yourself. Me? I've had enough divine judgment to last a lifetime. You know the drill, boys. Grab anything that's not nailed to the floorboards.
There we go. It's very difficult to get this new mic to unmute. Jeez. I was muted while I was eating. Can you stack golden eggs? No. As far as I understand, you cannot stack two of the same accessory. Also, geez, holy crap. Zan Cadnex and Ethan Anderson both subscribed. Welcome. Welcome. Good to have you. Hope you're enjoying your time around here. Are any changes from the demo to full release so far? Only in terms of the patch that they put out. There's a new, easier difficulty mode. Some stats got changed around. Seems like a couple of growths might have been updated. We won't really know for sure until we actually get the opportunity to fully mess around with the stat sets as a whole. But any news of Necros possible to be hired? Might change my custom soldier to Necro if it's possible. Have not seen anything. Have not seen anything. All right, let's liberate an area. This should be super easy, even if we don't have one of our squads fully filled out.
And you were aided by a man named Rolf, you say?
Yes, my lord. He claimed to be with the Cornea militia.
I have heard tell of common folk taking up arms to defend their fellow man.
He may agree to join our cause, assuming we can happen upon him before the enemy does.
It's worth the attempt, if nothing else. We should make haste.
Thank you, Zan. Hope you enjoy your time with the game.
We shall. The only thing you need worry about is what to do with those flowers of yours.
So far, the pattern has been you battle a new enemy, you get its class. Since you can battle the Necromancer, I have to assume you can get your own Necromancer too. Maybe. We'll see. I feel like it might be too plot intrinsic of a class to get that easily, but it's all just speculation at the moment. All right, time to save Rolf. Let's go. Cute little interaction. It is, yeah. Again, so many little details in this.
In service of the royal family.
The day will be ours.
They will know what hit them.
What would you ask?
All right, Joseph
Very well.
cuts south.
Time is at
Elaine,
hand.
go to Rolf.
The path is set.
Lex, you can go back up Joseph.
You got it.
I never miss my target.
Gonna get the powerful weapons early?
Run as
Powerful
much
weapons
as you
I can
like,
afford, yeah.
Black Talon swine. My arrows will cover any distance in pursuit of justice.
Thieves and hunters. Hunters are the thing that let you hit thieves early. Easy peasy.
That went better than I expected.
Easy.
Gaze upon the face of your demise. I have you. Hold fast.
Even the King Cornix? Yeah, probably. I got it in the demo, not on stream, but I did get it in the demo. It's in Cornea. It's not hard to get, so no reason not to.
A trivial undertaking.
3 birds with 1 stone. Oh, we're making progress.
By your word.
Ready. On it.
Come. Stand true.
You'll see no harm.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Glory to the liberation.
Yeah, the True Strike Spear was a good pickup. I'm pretty happy with that choice.
In my grave yet. What would you ask? As you wish.
Pick up the item on the ground. Pick it up. Pick it up right now.
We shall make proper
Holy
use
herb,
of this.
nice. Have a little conversation with Rolf here.
I take it you're the one they call Rolf.
That depends on who's asking. We stand with the Liberation Army. We just spoke to a pair of civilians who claimed you helped them to safety.
So the girls made it out. More welcome news than I'm used to, that. It's as you say. I am Rolf, captain of the Cornian militia. What militia we have, at least.
Yeah, the
If
whole
you're truly
militia
willing to
of
brave
like
these
3
bandits,
guys.
then I'd be glad to have you join me.
That's precisely why we've come. We confront them together.
Very nice. Let's go, Rolf and squad.
Who's my target?
Now, where do you think you're running off to,
Understood.
huh?
We march.
You don't get to just leave.
Onward.
What do you think this is?
Gaze upon the
I'm here too.
Get that ranged assist going, get damage. The way Joseph's absolutely blitzing in a lane, hasn't even talked to Rolf yet. Yeah, I was thinking that.
I am your shield.
The battle is won.
Where do you get the Unwavering Spear? You can't see it at the moment, but there's... You can kind of see it. There's a port town up there on the right. It's there. It's the first town that you wind up in after the tutorial.
Awaiting your command.
I'm up.
Yeah, we can let them take that. That's fine. I was trying to think if we can get anyone here to get the XP, but like, Clive and Hoder will be happy to get it. Yeah, you can get the Unwavering Spear literally right at the start of the game, and it's a very, very good pickup.
I fight in me yet.
I'll not let this go to waste.
For the liberation. I'll not fail you, by your word.
Let's grab this.
Hoist the banners.
There we go. Get their stamina back up.
Gaze upon
Just
the
absolutely
face of your
blitz this guy.
demise. A trivial undertaking.
Very good. We're getting a ton of money as well by doing this. It's very, very good.
Yes, sir.
What would you
I may as well
ask?
have the lads roll out here.
As you wish.
I'll pierce
See you,
you
buddy.
clean through.
I'm gonna let Gamble free. I am. Running theory is that there very well might be a way to recruit the bandits from the early game. If you can let them go free. So we're gonna try it.
No surprise there.
Isn't Rolf the name of a hunter in Triangle Strategy? It's the name of an archer in Fire Emblem.
Do you see now?
Expert difficulty, yes. Note that I've played this part of the game 5 times now at this point, so I'm pretty adept with what works and what doesn't.
I'm up. On it. I'm ready. Heading there now. Your villainy and I'll support you.
Yeah, it's good damage. I think letting the second one free as well. I am. You can get enough divine shards in Cornea to get Eclipse, even without killing that guy. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens.
Thanks.
You're done.
What a delicious, if unhealthy, snack that was. Very nice. The carbs and the cheese will help give me the energy to stay awake, though, so that's good. Is this game good? Oh, I absolutely think so, Ismail. Absolutely. And I mean, the reviews seem to agree, as does community sentiment. Alright, so... we don't want to clear them too quick, is the issue.
Understood.
Grab the item.
Fortune smiles upon us.
Miracle Fruit is a free level.
Arrived.
Also, we got Valor for that, interestingly.
Yes, sir.
Come.
I'm here too.
You face gaze upon the face of your demise.
We'll let these guys soften. Grab the item.
Very well.
Move over here.
Onward.
Lane squad can hit him. And someone can hit the soldiers on the way up, and then we finish the boss. Easy. Let the guy live, you lose 15 shards. You do. However, I think it's possible that if you let the thieves live, you may be able to recruit them later.
A little bit of tricorn pride for you.
And you can get more than enough shards in Cornea to recruit Eclipse. It'll take a little bit longer, but not a significant amount of time at all.
Right.
I am yours to command, Your Highness.
I never miss my target.
Rip that guy.
That went better
And we have
than I
enough to
expected.
use plunder as
Time's
well
at hand.
as our royal order. So we're going to steal from these guys. Always be stealing, everybody. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Stronger than ever.
These are beaten, broken souls. And yet our fortunes ride with them.
Heading there now.
Hit here.
I'll pierce you clean through.
Almost finished them. And then now...
I reached my limit.
This should be very easy for a lane squad to clean up. Yeah. Nice. Get that bonus XP, baby!
Yep, saw that. Thanks.
Done. See you, Buster Brown.
Look who's playing hero. A fine job.
These are beaten, broken souls.
Nice levels.
And yet our
50 evasion
fortunes
already on
ride with
Travis.
them.
Love to see that. Woo! Look at that spicy level on Elaine as well. Very nice.
Never doubt a desert kid.
And a good one on Albin. Cool.
Well fought.
And we got the Viper Fang. Viper Fang is an interesting weapon. Not a bad choice for Lex, at least until you get something like the Sanguine Blade to help him with his tanking. Not a bad choice for Joseph either, because as you get further, his physical attack does not hold up very well. So while he might be dealing scratch damage even with something like the Viper Fang, he can poison enemies and then still wind up dealing a lot of damage to them.
Sirs, have mercy on a poor damn soul.
You dare speak of mercy? What of the mercy you showed all those you've robbed and pillaged?
Please, it's my sister. Back when our mom and dad passed, I was broken.
An empty shell of a man. But she never left my side. Stayed right there next to me till the day she took ill herself. Started fading, and fast. I carried her, slump around my shoulder, to the best healer my coin purse could buy. But it was no use. Only thing I could do was watch her wither into dust. You ever seen that? It's a pain worse than death itself. But I didn't stop searching. Day after wicked day. Till, finally, I'd got what I asked for. But the cost of the cure would make a weaker man faint where he stood. Now, tell me, how's a guy who's never had the gold for schooling supposed to make that kind of coin? Thieving's all I'm good for, so thieving's how it had to be. Wouldn't have turned to this if I had another way.
A word, Your Highness. Somber as his story may be, you mustn't let pity cloud your judgment. Only the Town Watch can determine the appropriate sentence for his crimes. His fate is not ours to decide.
My life's square in your palms, noble sirs. Please, I'll return everything I stole if you just let me go.
Oily motherfucker. Yep. Yeah, that pretty much describes Gamble, for sure. Is there any word on whether or not this game will have any New Game Plus or not? New Game Plus? Haven't heard anything specifically about. There is something that I don't want to get directly into because spoiler, potentially, content, but there is something that goes on after you finish the game the first time. Don't think it quite qualifies as New Game Plus, but incentive to play again at the very least, certainly sounds like. Alright, we're going to let Gamble go. We're going to let Gamble go. We're going to let his buddy go when we encounter him later on. And then we'll see if it gives us something, I guess.
Very well. Redemption is not beyond reach, neither for you nor your sister. I only hope you seek it in earnest.
You mean to let him walk?
I'll repay this kindness in full, my lords. I swear it on my honor as a Black Talon.
Yes, so much honor. Can we steal as much money as we can on auxiliary stages versus normal stages? I've not tried to steal on aux stages, actually, so I don't really know how that works. How long will I stream? I'm supposed to go until 3 a.m. my time, so like another hour and 15 minutes. We'll see if I make it. I was starting to fall asleep there while we were talking to Mr. Thief Man, so I'm going to try and hold it together. Didn't think about Joseph getting Viper Fang. It's a good choice. Alright, we have secured the safety of this place. Gives me the stuff. Thank you. The Beckoning Bell going to be very useful for a mission that's coming up. And the Recruit Short Bow is literally just a good upgrade. Also, I didn't mean to skip it there, but I was just moving on autopilot. Mr. Thiefman there was like, "Oh, I will never forget this kindness. I will repay you," and then runs off. So odd that.
If it's steel you're after, you're in the right place. Be seeing.
Not really anything that I want there. Although you may have noticed that we went up to 11,000 gold from the like 3,000 that we had at the start of that fight. Golden Egg doing work. Okay. So we can't hire anyone new. We can't get any more slots. Pretty much all we can do is just slap our new hunter friend in here and call it a day for now. Hey, Tom. Hey, Sunshine Yan. Hello. Why'd you let him go, though? It seems like we may be able to get some sort of interesting recruit action going on. Potentially, if you spare him and his brother. Gave Templar Sword to Lex, then. Not yet. I haven't actually changed anyone's equipment around yet. I'm trying to decide where I want to go next, honestly. I want to get ranked up to D. We're not going to fight these guys yet. Oh, well, we can let this play out, though.
What news do you bring? Out with it, lad.
It seems Fort Soligy has fallen, sir.
And here I thought scorpions could sting. Who was it that did them in?
Oh, God. The yawns. Flash Marcus, thank you for subscribing. And Blazin J, probably. Thank you for subscribing as well. Good to have you guys with us.
A faction calling themselves the Liberation, from what I understand.
Suppose there's no pulling the weeds of rebellion. Hmm?
Sir Morden, may I have a word?
You may have as many as you need. Just give us a moment, would you?
Of course, my lord.
Again, sir?
Is that defiance I hear? It's none of your business, besides. To the matter at hand, though, I'd rather not have self-righteous fools raising the devil in my town. Alert the watch at once. If these pups come scratching at our gates, you're to see them repelled. Teach them the pain of war, if you must.
Consider it done, sir.
All right. Golden Egg the MVP. Hell yeah, it is. You know what the rewards for renown of A or above are? I do not, no. We're definitely not doing that yet. The question is, do we want to go for Gladiator first or Wizard first? The Wizard fight can be pretty nasty, and I'm tired. I'm also weighing the benefits of just taking a snooze. Like, I know I said I was going to go to 3, but like again, I was literally falling asleep there again. I'm wondering if it would not be better to save and then just start plowing through stuff tomorrow. I don't know. What do you guys think? Wizard? Yeah, probably Wizard. Probably Wizard. I would like to get Renown D first. Can we maybe beat one of these guys and get there? Not quite. Not quite yet. Basically, this guy's just saying, oh, the captain we were working for went crazy and joined the Zenoirans. It's not like him. What do we do? I just want to go live with my family. Trading the golden egg between units can rack up money quickly. Hell yeah, absolutely. I'll be able to catch you tomorrow like I'm going to be visiting myself with the game. Oh, of course. Understandable. These for the big guy. I'll get back stamina rest if you need to. Okay, we'll do this mission. We'll do this mission, and then I'll call it. That'll still be a solid 3 hours of stream, if not game. And then we will hop in bright and early tomorrow and just pound through a ton of this. But for now, let's get in there. Moving the egg around during the battle is not an optimization I thought of. I don't know that you really need to either, honestly. Like, that seems like a lot of overkill.
This former companion of yours, Bruno, was it?
These are beaten,
From my
broken
days with the
souls.
Tricorns, yes.
And yet our
Massive
fortunes
guy,
ride
and
with
even more
them.
massive heart.
I like Travis's voice
Tell me,
actor. It's very
Travis,
good.
what spurred you to desert your company?
Wasn't my call, really. My sister just up and disbanded it one day.
We know who his
Said
sister
she
is.
was sick of the light wages and the heavy baggage.
Baggage? What did she mean by that?
She meant me.
Me. apparently. My incompetence was single-handedly dragging the entire operation through the dust. Her words, not mine. So I saw red and stormed off for good. It was all I could do not to scream. Turns out sometime after I left, Bruno took the reins and got the tricorns back galloping again.
Hence they still endure, despite your sister's best attempts to disband.
Push comes to shove, though, Bruno would never join arms with Galerius. Not by choice. He was long tired of living by someone else's creed. Even when we first formed the Tricorns, he craved independence over all else. So I'll talk to him, man to hulking man. I need to see for myself what fashioned him a mere dog in Zenoira's lap.
Man to larger man. Glad first wizard fight is annoying without a couple of additional units. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. And this fight's pretty easy. Alright, let's go beat up Bruno. Just woken up from the UK, so didn't know the stream was happening. Can't wait to pick my copy up today. Oh, you're going to love it, dude. Yeah, this is the last fight that we're going to do tonight. I said I was going to go till 3 a.m. my time, but I'm like literally falling asleep in my chair. So we're going to do this and then pick up again bright and early tomorrow.
In service of the royal family.
Should not take us long to get through this fight.
They will know what hit them. You got it.
Alright, who wants to take the fight?
I shall hold
you. Face me.
I'm ready to hit.
Your villainy ends here.
Gaze upon the face.
Yeah, we'll let the lads get the money.
How embarrassing.
God damn. Clive out here just demolishing. Good level there, Hodrick. Really proud of you, bud. Well done.
By your word, as expected.
Come. You face me. This one's mine. Your villainy ends here.
Pretty easy one thanks to Travis. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no doubt about that. Whew, the sweep.
Good. A fine bout.
And where do you think you fine gentlemen are off to, hmm? Your deaths!
You face me.
Come.
When Unicorn Overlord first got announced, you weren't interested until you saw someone play the demo and it got you intrigued. Understandable, man. Understandable. The demo's insanely compelling. Then we get the pursuit from Joseph. Oh, the slice even. Easy.
The battle is won. I've not chosen my grave yet.
Now, while I'm thinking of it, let's slap this bad bitch on, and then that lets us go over here and slap this bad bitch on. Hell yeah.
As you wish.
Yes, sir.
We're looking a little dicey over here for Lex's squad, but we should be able to handle it. Griffin Knight up ahead, very easy to deal with Rolf, not a big problem.
We shall make proper use of this.
However, the fun thing about the True Thrust is we can still do the damage.
I shall hold nothing back.
All these whiffs.
I shall protect you.
Stabbed.
Well, we got some damage in.
Fighting me yet.
Everyone whiffing all their attacks.
Sure
Jeez.
On it.
All right, let's go, Lex team.
Come.
Lex team should be able to finish them off pretty easily now, actually.
Come then.
Don't know if Clive's up here if they really nerfed Expert. Knights are just insanely strong. I really think that that's all there is to it. Nice. Well done, team. Got lots of big heals, but that's fine. We barely took any damage, so.
Your villainy ends here.
There's one. Keep hammering them down, lads.
I'm ready to hit something.
Hey, nice hit, Chloe.
I have you.
We've almost got her. One more shot from Rolf, and she's done.
Come then.
All right, now what's cool here
time
is
is
we
at
have
hand.
enough to pop Royal Order. Give ourselves some bonus XP for this kill.
This
And then we're
one's
gonna get
mine.
the snipe here, so they're done.
In service of the crown.
Another level for Chloe. Love to see that.
Ready. Yes,
Take the
sir.
bridge.
Wasn't even a challenge.
You face me.
Little bit of tricorn pride for you.
Another step forth.
Nice. There's our luminous cover, allowing Elaine to cover an ally and getting some defense. Very good. That's something that's really nice about Valorous Order is just like, or not, is Valorous Order actually? Hold on.
Time is at hand.
Royal Order is like you just start raking in the levels so fast. It alleviates so many of those concerns about having enough levels to do things.
The time is at hand. Onward.
All right, what do we got coming in
Sure
here?
thing.
Gladiator Squad, House Carl Squad, easy. Let's have Lex camp out here for a second, I think. Start picking some of these guys off.
I'm ready to hit something.
Getting physical copy in the morning, nice. Let's go. All right, Team Lex holding.
I'm up. On it.
Let's rush in and finish them off. Start beating up the
Awaiting
gladiators.
your command. Very well.
Let's make sure Lex's team is the one actually killing this here. Boom.
Told you I'm awesome.
The time is at hand. To me.
Gaze upon.
I'm ready to come. This one's mine.
Keep working on getting some XP for the little lads here.
Not fail you. By your word.
Come then.
Look at Elaine's squad just clearing these dudes, man. Holy. Look at this.
Thanks.
All right, no heal for you. Boom. Big crit. Boom. Can't act. Incapacitated. Wide smash, we block it. And then the follow-up attack. Easy. Very nice. Super offense squad.
Well fought.
Ready. Yes, sir.
You face
must.
me. Victory grows ever closer.
Very nice.
We march.
Now.
I'm up.
You're gonna have to go here, because you're gonna have to sleep. You
ask, as you wish.
have to destroy this.
Gaze upon the face of your demise.
More money,
for the
46 gold
liberation.
once again. Really interested in the limited edition for the physical card game? Yeah, I cannot wait for my edition to come. We're gonna do a whole like unboxing video and everything, show off the card game and everything else to you guys. It's gonna be super cool.
I shall hold nothing back.
Obliterating archers. Round 2.
Gaze upon the face of your demise.
Nice.
I've not chosen my grave yet.
Now the only
I'll
issue
not fail you.
here. Well, we're gonna get lucky, it looks like. So,
As you
we'll
wish.
swing for the fences.
Gaze upon the face of your demise.
Cool. That's 1
What would you ask?
and 2.
Come. Fatigue
Beautiful.
has struck. Awaiting
They're gonna have to
your
rest so we can get this item in the fort, but that's fine.
Ready. You got
Lex,
it.
go hold the line.
I'm here.
We march.
Good.
The path
We
is
march indeed.
What would you ask? As you
Grab
wish.
this, and then from there. Look at Fortune, phenomenal.
fail
Go
you.
take the
By your
fort.
word.
Thank you.
Come then. I'll take that.
I'm loving having the passive steal on gladiators. It's so nice. Not gonna have quite as efficient of a clear this time, but still a good one.
We march on.
Nice rapport bonus. Love to see that pop.
Thing. Yes, sir.
Your villainy ends here.
I have taken it as our own.
Beautiful. So now we've got all the valor we could possibly want. Boost Lex's XP. Let's get Joseph moving out in case they need help.
As you wish.
I think we should have this one now. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, that's why I put Elaine and Travis on the same team. Both serve tanks, so I'm interested. Just extra tanking. Like, Travis goes through his dodges if there's still things to swing at him, and Elaine can jump in the way, block it, take next to no damage. It just makes them overall more resilient.
No stopping now. No stopping now. I'm up. You got it.
Onward.
One for the good guys.
Oh, interesting.
You don't stand a chance.
I didn't expect them to get aggroed there. Huh. Well, let's push him back.
The time is at hand. To me, we march. The path is set.
And that's this gladiator group done.
Well fought.
We're nearly there, folks.
The time is at hand. To me.
Pick up this item. Let Lex's squad heal.
I'll not fail you.
Have Joseph come around and run
By your
interference.
Splendid.
We're gonna have one enemy squad come out here.
We march. Onward. Your villainy ends here.
Knock them back. Now,
Time is ahead to
Elaine
me.
needs to move back so that he can heal. And by heal, I mean
What
rest.
would you ask? Very well. I am yours.
Now we're
to
just gonna
command,
guard
Your
them.
Highness.
Goodbye, Mr. Reinforcement Squad. Nobody will miss you.
Cruel flames
I
of
will
war.
very much enjoy that extra 46 gold, though. Thank you so much.
I'm up. On it. Sure thing.
Actually, gonna hold a second.
We march.
There we go. Let's crush these guys. Get the extra gold. Then,
Trivial undertaking.
to make things even more nasty for the boss, let's get our Valorous Order here.
Stronger than ever. The time is at
Then,
hand.
we're going to Royal Order Lex's squad. Then, we're going to use our last point of valor to plunder the boss. Nice. 475. Still not nothing. I will take that. I will gladly take that.
As you wish. Gaze upon the face of your demise.
Better call for tonight. Off to bed. Have a good night, everyone.
Let's
Happy
see what
Unicorn
you've
Overlord
got,
Day.
rebel rats.
You as well, Watcher. I'll be done here shortly as well. Thank you for hanging out. Hope to see you tomorrow.
I am with you. No more hurt. I am your shield.
Whew, a little bit of a big hit there. That was actually kind of nasty.
Liberation.
On
Nice.
my honor as a knight.
Another level for Clive, even if it's just defensive stats, that's a-okay with me.
Ready.
Damn, Lex, seriously? You're not
Time
going
is
to
at
deal
hand.
any damage there, bud?
The path is set.
I'm up. You got it.
Awaiting your command.
I'm here.
Alright, soften him up with Elaine's squad, and then Lex's squad can get in there for the finisher.
What the hell happened to you, Bruno?
I don't know what you're talking about, but I won't hear another word of it.
Steal his passive so he can't heal. Huge step. Cut him in half for big damage. Crush him. And then we leave the house Carl half alive. The free follow-up attacks are so insane, dude. So freaking good.
There's time yet to claim victory.
This
All
one's
right,
mine.
and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the finisher. Little. Oh wait, no. Little shot. There we go.
Are you okay?
Beautiful. Magnificent. Ooh, look at those XP levels popping off. HP, magical attack, magical defense, and accuracy. Alright. He doesn't have bad magical attack, weirdly. Like, it does make him quite useful with the Runic Blade as well. Maybe I'll get that for him. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. HP, physical attack, magical defense, accuracy, and evasion. HP, physical attack, accuracy, and evasion. Alright, cool.
Told you I'm awesome.
Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. How we're focusing all the royal orders on Lex. He's the one who needs the help the most, man. He just needs some help, that's all. Hey! Increased from E to D. Nascent days. Beautiful. So that means that next time, we're going to be able to increase our unit size, or the number of units we have, and start recruiting you guys.
I'll handle this.
That's going to be a lot of fun. Let's watch this play out first.
You've taken quite the fall from grace, big guy. But I know you wouldn't fly Zenoira's colors without good reason. So come on, out with it.
Careless fool!
Keep your distance. There's something I wish to try.
Travis? Last I remember, I was burying my axe in some lousy Zenoiran neck. Past that, it's all smoke. Figures the bastards got their hooks sunk in me.
You've got no choice but to even the score, then. They take a finger, you take the whole damn hand. Join us, Bruno. Spill their blood under the Liberation's banner.
And rub shoulders with the rat who left me in the cold? Quit kidding yourself. Days gone, you and me could have had a real go at it, even without your sister leading the charge. But now, I don't even want to look at you.
Bruno, What's all this about dissolving the company, Ren? You can't be serious.
Serious as a slashed throat. The tricorns ride no further. Get it through your thick skull, Travis. I'm done dragging your dead weight around for good.
She tossed me aside like it was nothing, so I left. Wasn't interested in clipping anyone else's wings, you know?
And what? That's supposed to make me forgive you?
I really like Bruno, man.
You dumped us in a ditch when we needed you most, Travis. If only you knew the kind of dirt we ate crawling out.
You've got the right of it. I'm in no position to ask favors after what I did. But the truth is, those days we spent playing the fool were some of the best I've ever had.
I doubt it's going to happen, but I would really like to see more characterization for Bruno. I guess in his report, like, scenes, we'd get them, but, like, I'm very curious about him. Being as clearly smart as he is, despite being, like, the obvious big dumb bruiser archetype look. Very interesting. Also, Antoine? I'm very sorry. Sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but thank you. Welcome. Happy to have you joining us. Hope you enjoy your time here.
I'm sorry, Bruno. I hope you find whatever it is you're looking for.
Hold it. Just what do you mean, playing the fool? You're the one who is squeezing out half-brained ideas like they was yesterday's lunch.
Harsh words from the man who thinks hatching a plan means a trip to the chicken coop.
Miss this something fierce, you know. Maybe I wouldn't mind giving the old tricorns one last hurrah after all.
Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm gonna save our progress. Right to here. Magnifique. And consider that a Bruno recruited, baby. And we got a recruit short sword, which is very nice. Got our D rank renown. A lot of things we're going to be able to do at the start of the next one. Beautiful. Tricorns are some of my favorite characters. Yeah, it definitely seems that way. The banter. Oh, I know, I know. Mercenaries have begun to gather. We'll be able to recruit generics. Also, there's reporter skills, or scenes. Oh, I should let this play out. So used to skipping this.
So, the foal has finally ceased braying, hmm?
What are you planning to do with me?
I should think you'd already know.
I have no intention of helping you, if that's what you imply.
Your intentions matter not. Though I must say, it came as quite the surprise to hear Hodrick had set off for your derelict island. Emperor Galerius has tendered a fine reward for you, and I'll not allow it to be snatched from beneath me. I haven't an inkling how he persuaded you to follow him, but his aims are scarce different than mine own. I'd advise you against harboring any false hopes of rescue, girl.
My hopes are true as the morning sun. They'll come.
Yes, yes. A commendable show of defiance. But our mercenaries will have made short work of your friends. Worry not. You'll be freed from your burdens ere long. Once you've fulfilled your purpose, that is. In the meantime, do behave yourself, would you?
Okay. Don't get the criticisms that the story's bad. Love these little vignettes, and the characterization is more than made up for the trophy.
These are beaten.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's hard to
broken
say since we
souls.
haven't really seen the entire
And yet
game
our fortunes ride
any
with them.
like form or fashion. But I've very much enjoyed what we've seen thus far, and I'm sure it's only going to get better. Hey, Yash. Oh God, too tired. Yash Ahuja, thank you. Welcome for joining. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. God, I'm tired. Okay, I'm losing it here, chat. Here's what we're gonna do. So. Gonna wrap this one up here, wrap it up like 40 minutes earlier than I intended to. My apologies, but I'm just beat. Tomorrow, I want to start streaming as soon as possible. It depends on when I wake up, but I want to try and either get a video out or start streaming basically as soon as I like work out and eat, and then do a video after that. We'll see. So when I get up in the morning, I will figure out what my schedule is, and then I will schedule the stream. Maybe like 11, 12 o'clock. My time, Eastern Standard. Eastern, I don't remember if it's Daylight Savings Time right now. My brain is too mush. But, yeah, like 11 or 12 probably. And then we're just going to go. We're just streaming straight through. I don't have to make dinner. I've prepped a bunch of food ahead of time that Jane can just heat up food. Don't have to worry about any of that. We're just gonna go. And we're going to do so much. So look forward to that. This is just a teaser. This is just a taste. We're going to be doing the real thing tomorrow. We're going to be hitting some new content tomorrow, I imagine. So, until then, everyone, thank you for coming and hanging out. Thank you for sticking around for the Q&A. Thank you for talk with me about the passing of Akira Toriyama. That was really not something I was expecting to learn about tonight, to be dealing with tonight. And just thank you for being here, everybody, for all reasons and any reason. So, I hope you have a good night. Stay safe and healthy out there. And remember, be good to each other. We'll talk very, very soon. Very soon. Don't go anywhere for too long.